Good morning all and welcome to the FA Cup second round watch along Kettering Town versus Doncaster Rovers. I'm looking forward to this one. It's the first one I've ever done, so we will see how it goes. Let me know if you can hear me and everything's working okay. And yeah, we've got half an hour before kick-off. We're going to have a look at the lineups. The link to the stream is in the chat. So if anybody wants to join in, give you score predictions, Kettering Town fans or Doncaster Rovers fans, if you're at the game, show us what the atmosphere is like building up to the game. Would be great to have you on. And yeah, just get involved with the chat. We've already got Callum. He said, "Yo, hey Dapper, and come on Kettering. We do not want Kettering to win this one." Chal, you are here. Fantastic. How are you doing, mate?
Good morning. How are we doing?
Yeah, good. Thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, it's not been too bad. It's been a very busy period for me personally. Just been planning a load of content. I've got some good stuff coming up. I've got a video that's currently been editing for the last 2 days with the help of a content agency about Bradford in January.
Nice.
Prepping scripts for videos about the Intertoto Cup and the Ballers League, which got announced by KSI this week. So got some good stuff lined up there. And I'll be doing a special collaboration, fingers crossed, for the Cheltenham game. So
Lovely stuff. What's your thoughts on today, though? Kettering Town, they beat Northampton in the first round, so they're not they're used to knocking big teams out, giant killings. It's a bit of a banana skin, isn't it? Obviously, I'd be much more confident if it was at the Eco Power, but it isn't. It's always tough going to a non-league ground and applying yourselves properly. Do you think we've got enough in the squad to get past this hurdle or not?
We should, but I think one thing that something that Kettering could have on us is taking care of their chances, because it seems like in the last few games the stat was clear. This week we ranked second in XG, but we actually ranked 10th in goal scoring in the league, which is just not good enough for a team that's supposed to be in the top three. Even at this stage, even Grant's called it out and said that 22 goals ain't good enough. So, I respect the standards of our manager. I like the fact that he keeps the standards. We all saw the statement last week as well, where he said, even if we were 10 points clear at the top, I'd still be looking to improve. That's elite standards at the end of the day. So,
and that's what you want, isn't it? You want constant improvement and to push on from whatever level you're at now.
Yeah, decision making will be key. Decision making is going to be key today. We can't overplay it in the box. We can't overplay it in the final third. We can't just ping it down to Molineux and him to cross it in the box, because people are double marking Molineux now, and I don't expect Kettering to be anything different. I expect Kettering to double man mark Molineux. I'm expecting Molineux to be the focal point of the press from the opposition. So we need to find new ways of creating chances. And when we look at the lineup, there's ways we can do that. And I like to see a couple of players given an opportunity.
Good stuff. I will. I'll get the lineups up. Just give me 1 second.
I do like this lineup, by the way. I do like that we're reverting to 4-2-3-1 with this one.
Yeah. So we'll start with Kettering's, the home team. I'll be honest, don't know much about Kettering's team or the majority of players in the Kettering squad. There's a couple of names that do jump out, though. We'll also get it ticking along the bottom. So Donny's lineup is coming up along the bottom as well. But yeah, we'll just spend a couple of minutes talking about Kettering. And if there's any Kettering Town fans currently watching, talk to us about your players, because I'm a little bit unknown with some of them, but it's Alexander in goal. Ben Hart, Aaron Powell, Connor Johnson, Wes York, Andy Thanoy, Niall Ranger. He's one that jumps out as an experienced striker. Tyree Wilson, Lewis White, Isaiah Noel Williams, and Gary Storer. A couple on the bench that jump out for me. There's Dan Joseph in goal, Sadiq Acha, Dan Jarvis, Harlane Mbayo, Luca Miller, Kai Fifield, Bruno Andrade, that's a name that jumped out to me, Gary Hooper as well, and Marvin Sordell, who were ex-EFL players. So they've got a bit of experience in there, haven't they? But then there's some youth as well, which gives them energy. We saw that against Northampton.
Yeah, Ben Hart, expert in Albion youth. Wes York, known around the non-league pyramid. Niall Ranger, obviously, is a name we know in the Football League. In terms of the names on the bench, I mean, there's a couple of other players that I don't think are in this lineup that I do recognise as well. Connor Johnson, ex-Wolves youth. I think Aaron Powell, who's starting, is on loan from Peterborough United. So he's one of the, I'm guessing, under 21 players. You've got Hugh Dawson, who is he on the bench? No, he's not. Hugh Dawson. There's a couple of players who've got on dual registration. In fact, so Hugh Dawson, who's not in the squad, and Daniel Emavon, who again isn't in the squad. They're both on dual registration, which is interesting for that level. So on the bench, Bruno Andrade, we know him from his days at Lincoln City, Boreham Wood. Gary Hooper and Marvin Sordell, two ex-EFL strikers who've got a lot of experience behind their belt. Niall Ranger's been doing good for Kettering at the moment. He's been scoring quite a few goals. So, again, with their experience and their clinicalness usually in front of goal, it's going to be the biggest test for our decision making against these experienced players. I'm going to keep a close eye on a couple of the more younger players, such as your Ben Harts, because they could be the ones that go under the radar today and really show the EFL clubs how it's done.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Yeah. On to the Rovers. So you talked about liking the changing shape. So we've got Teddy Sharma low in goal, Jamie Sterry, Tom Anderson in for Jay McGrath, who got sent off in the last outing. Joe Olowu is the other centre back, and Jack Senior at left back. In the middle, you've got Luke Molyneux, Joe Sabara, Jordan Gibson, Owen Bailey, and Patrick Kelly, with Billy Sharp up front on his own. Now, that as a squad, I know the FA Cup is one of those competitions where anything can happen, but there's surely enough quality in there. And you look on the bench, there's players that can change it as well. You've got Lawler, Maxwell, Broadbent, Harry Clifton, Joe Ironside, Kyle Hurst, Zane Westbrook, Ben Close, and Josh Emmanuel. There's enough quality there to come through this unscathed, but it's the FA Cup, isn't it?
Yeah, the FA Cup offers the banana skins. We're going to go 4-2-3-1 from the looks of it. I think it's going to be Jamie Sterry providing those attacking overlapping runs on one side. If Grant McCann's smart about it, we know that Senior's best position is a left centre back, and I think he's more a full back rather than wing back. So I think defensively out from the back, we could go for an asymmetric approach in terms of in possession. So overlapping attacking runs from one side, more sat back defensive on the other side, and sort of play it a bit asymmetric almost. I think Anderson and Olowu as a partnership offers balance, but there is obviously that worry with the pace of Anderson compared to Olowu. So if Kettering need to put some pace down one of the flanks, it's going to be on Anderson's side. I would have rested Owen Bailey, if I'm being brutally honest. I would have rather rested him because I think he's played a lot of football. Has he reached the levels of last season? In my opinion, no. But I still think he's been a good player.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I think Bailey's still a good player, but I don't think he's reached the levels of last season yet. So I think maybe he needs that rest and that time to kind of just think almost, because he's not really been given much time to think and just stop. So I would have maybe, I think I said this on a space yesterday, on Friday. I would have probably gone 4-3-3 today, and I'd have put Broadbent as the 6, Clifton as the 8, and Sabara as the 10. So you've got a nice balance in there of defence, energy, and attack. But it's going to be Bailey and Kelly. It's still a balanced partnership in the double pivot. One offers energy, one offers defensive nature. Sabara in the 10 is the right decision in that 4-2-3-1 if you're going to go with that formation, because I think Sabara's energy is perfect in that role. Molyneux and Gibson, obviously, the main attacking two. I think Kyle Hurst is probably giving a bit of a rest, ready for the league next week. And then Billy Sharp as the poacher, making runs off the shoulder. And there's enough quality off the bench as well. I'd have maybe used one of those bench spots to maybe give Casper Williams a shot, because he wasn't in the academy game on Friday. So I would maybe have used that opportunity to maybe either bench Anderson or give Casper Williams a chance. But if he's, I'm guessing he might still be off. Well, in fact, no, he's not at United anymore. He's back with us. So, I would have given
Casper Williams mentioned that, Charles. There is a bit of a concern there. So if Olowu or Anderson do pick up a knock, I mean, you'd probably drop Owen Bailey back into centre back. He's played there before, but there's nobody on the bench to replace that, which hopefully it's not needed.
No, I think if need be, you put Emmanuel at right centre back maybe, or if you're going to drop into a back three, you have Oluwu, Bailey, you have Emmanuel as your right centre back, but then you don't have an option if Sterry gets injured, for example. So it's that kind of selection headache almost. I mean, is there any players out there that's still fit that stick out to you that involve? Obviously, Richard Wood's not 100% fit, but Westbrook's back in the side.
Yeah, there's not really many that you'd swap out, is there? To be fair,
no, I can't think of who's not travelled or potentially not been involved today.
Yeah, there's only Jay McGrath that's coming up there, but obviously he got the two yellows, and
Tom Nixon's re-injured, so that's the why he's not playing. So obviously he got re-injured in the behind closed doors game against Rotherham, which we should have won, but oh well.
Other than that, mate, I can't really think of any other players that would drop in there. So it's about as strong a lineup as you're going to get, and you can't really fault Grant McCann for his selection there. Hopefully,
no, I think Ian Law will probably go in goal. I got quite a bit of stick for saying that I think Ian Lawler might go in goal for the Virtue Trophy on Tuesday against Port Vale, but I might revert that opinion. I think that Teddy Sharman Lowe should be starting in that knockout stage, because I think now it being the knockout stage, it should be number one keeper. But again, if it's due to fitness, then you've got no choice.
Yeah, true. Another interesting post that Kettering put on. Scroll down. It's just a little bit of a kind of overview. A little bit of a preview to the two clubs, because I was doing a little bit of research, and on the BBC it was the first. They said it's the first competitive meeting between the two, but according to Kettering's socials, incorrect. We have played each other a number of times, but form-wise, it's tough to call, isn't it? I mean, you look at Kettering, 4 wins and a draw out of the last 5. For their overall form. For Donny, 3 draws, 2 wins. So neither team have been beaten in the last 5. On those 3 draws for Donny, though, Charles, I think you go back and it was Salford 1-1 after going 1-0 down, Notts County 1-1 at home after going 1-0 down, and then Carlisle a 0-0 away from home, which all 3 for me personally were disappointing. I think we dropped points in every single one of those. I think Grant McCann's come out and been disappointed with results and to a certain extent performance as well. Do you think it's a case of having too much quality and too much selection, which is causing kind of a lack of momentum and continuity? Because you see the squad swapping and changing all the time. I mentioned this on Gabriel Sutton's show midweek, that I think because there's not kind of a settled 11, we're finding that the consistency isn't coming. And do you think that could be an issue, or do you think it's just a case of kind of decision making in that final third, which has cost us?
I think it's decision making. I don't put the quality. I don't put quality and control down to it purely and simply because if you're a quality player and you're not playing, you do what's needed to play the next week. If you moan about it, if you sulk about it, you shouldn't be here. Simple as that. At the end of the day, I want the best possible squad, and if players want to be a part of this squad, then they have to win. I know McCann's almost becoming the Tinkerman, almost, that doesn't know his best 11. But at the end of the day, if you're not performing, you don't play. I think I mentioned this on previous bases. We Ironside and Sharp. And people are like, oh, we shouldn't bring in another striker. We've got 2 there already. And I said, well, first of all, if one of them gets injured, we're screwed, because Jack Goodman hasn't got the experience yet to start. And secondly, at the end of the day, I don't care if your name's Billy Sharp or Joe Ironside. If you're not playing as good as the other, you don't start. Simple as that. That's the cutthroat of football. But no, it's decision making for me. Salford was frustrating because in the second half we could have won that by a couple, but the first half we didn't do nowhere near enough to win that game. It was very much towards the end of the first half we played down to their level and tried to play hoofball, which frustrated the hell out of me.
Carlisle against Notts County as well, wasn't it? Where they had the first half an hour and could have been 2 or 3 up with a couple of mistakes at the back. And then we had probably the last 5-10 minutes of the first half, and then the majority of the second half, and the draws just felt like defeats, didn't they?
And Carlisle was annoying as well because we had so many opportunities if we just didn't overplay the ball. Carlisle were getting better before that game as well. The last 2-3 games were starting to get better. Results were starting to pick up for them. So we knew it was a potential banana skin going into that game, no matter what the league position was. And Carlisle was annoying. Even players like Patrick Kelly, who were a joy to watch, were just so annoying because he could have had a hat-trick in that game when he just overplayed it and he didn't need to. And it could be a lack of confidence, could be a lack of experience still with Patrick Kelly because it's still his first long deal at the end of the day. So there is that lack of experience to play a part in that. But Grant McKenna better have worked on the attacking side in training because I do not want to see a repeat over the last 3 games. And with this being with this being a non-replay situation as well, at the end of the day, you're not going to get away with it with a draw in 90 minutes because they could end up killing you in extra time or penalties. So there's no hiding away from this. We're either winning today or we are getting beat today, and we should be winning today.
Got to get the job done. Just reading this comment on this by Roy Clayton's. Obviously a Kettering Town fan, but he's not confident. 5-0 Donny all day, 2-0 after 5 minutes, Billy Sharp brace. But you never know. It's drizzly weather, dodgy pitch, TV cameras, and Troy Deeney and co on comms.
We're gonna tend to tie. We mustn't forget it's been raining.
It's not our fault. It was wet. So the BBC said that there's not been any competitive matches between the two, but I'm assuming that they don't class National League as competitive games,
which I think is ridiculous
officially. Which I agree. I think they should be classed as competitive fixtures. I suppose when we were down at that level, there were a lot of kind of semi-pro teams and things, so I kind of understand it. But Kettering have got a head-to-head overall, which is very useful because I couldn't find anything when I was having a quick look through the other day. But played each other, what's that, 24 times? Something like that. It's 8 wins, 8 draws apiece. Kettering have scored 33 goals. We've scored 27. So it's about as even as you're going to get with the head-to-head in terms of kind of results and how close the games have been as well. So not much that form can really tell you. I mean, you look at the last 4. There's been 2 draws, 2 0-0 draws. Like I say, it ain't going to be a draw this time. There's going to be a winner one way or another, be that extra time penalties or in the 90 minutes. But the last 2, Rovers won 2-0 and won 1-0. So hopefully we can take a little bit of positivity from that and hope that a similar scoreline happens in the upcoming 90 minutes. But FA Cup, literally anything can happen. So I believe it is on now. Let me just sort this out.
Kettering are top of their league, by the way, as well. I've just seen it. Kettering are top of the Southern Prem with the likes of Telford and Stratford and Redditch chasing them. So so they've got a good chance of getting promoted to National League North this season. So the no mugs, definitely.
Yeah, I think they'll be coming into this one with confidence, especially at home. Quick question to the chat: can anybody hear the commentary coming through or not?
I can't hear it from here.
Good stuff. This is the first time I've done it, so I weren't sure if it included it or not. I don't want to be putting the commentary on when we're not allowed to. But yeah, I mean, if there is any Kettering Town fans watching, by all means, jump on, show us what the atmosphere is like on the build up to the game. We're about 10 minutes away now. I think. Do you reckon the lads will be nervous going into this one? I mean, you're in front of the cameras. The pressure's on Donny, isn't it?
Yeah, the bully element as humans have, but I think it's how you deal with them nerves that make you go out mentally the best team. I think that we need to be mentally going out there strong. We need to be showing that we're a united force. We can't let the big occasion get to us because when the Sky cameras or the BBC cameras have been on us, sometimes we fluster, whether it's on home soil or away soil. So we need to overcome that bogey curse almost and thrive in front of the cameras. They've shown us week in, week out in terms of performance levels. compared to this time last season, exactly what we're about and what we're trying to build here going forward. So this is your chance to now show it to the world, people that, you know, the hundreds of thousands that are watching on TV, the thousands that are going to be in the stadium today. This is our opportunity to show why we are one of the best teams in our division, even we're scoring, you know, a low number of goals. So yeah, it's gonna be nervous, but we should be using this as an opportunity to show exactly what we're about as a football club, both on and off the pitch.
Yeah, completely agree. So it's just shown a graphic on kind of the distance between the two clubs, and you've got Kettering in the north
the southern Premier League. So I believe that is step seven, but it's step 3 of the non-league pyramid.
Yeah, so there's a good two or three steps between the two clubs.
Yeah.
And we just talked about pressure for Doncaster. It's completely off for Kettering, isn't it? They can come out and really express themselves, show what they're about and what they can do, and really bring the game to us. I think, especially being at home, they're used to the pitch, they're used to the surroundings, and I think I look back at when Doncaster played Aston Villa, Manchester City, Arsenal in the Carabao Cup, or the Carling Cup as it was then.
I remember that.
And I think that home advantage of coming to a ground which is maybe not up to standards of what a football league ground, or especially a Premier League ground, would be. It is an eye opener for some players that have never played at that level, and I think it does become an advantage for the home club, and I'm sure they'll use every little bit of that advantage, especially early on.
Yeah, I saw the Cheltenham manager yesterday criticise the pitch they were playing on, because obviously they lost their tie, and one of their players got injured, and the manager weren't afraid to. I think it was Cheltenham manager. I think it was Michael Flynn. Came out and criticised the pitch they were playing on. But yeah, at the end of the day, both teams got to play on that pitch. That's the counter argument for that one. Both teams got to play on that pitch. One's got to adapt, but one's still got to thrive on their own soil, because if they lose on the soil that they're used to week in, week out, that makes it all the more gut-wrenching for the fans, because you've lost against the team that's not used to that style of pitch. So I just did the research, by the way. So there's 69 places between both our clubs. We've played each other over 24 times over 110 years, 8 wins and 8 draws. So honours even. So the next win tops it for us.
MTC's asked how many Donny fans at Kettering. I believe we were allocated 500 and we sold out. So there should be 500 fans from Donny making the trip to Kettering today.
I just want to ask a question to you, Dan, about January, because obviously that's a question that's going to start coming up. I've made it pretty clear what I want to see. I want to see us bringing another striker. I want to see us bringing another hybrid attacker, so either someone who can drift out wide or in the centre, or both, and a bit of a bully in the midfield, someone who can break up the darts arts, plays as a 6 and an 8, mainly a 6, and can kind of break the play, intercept aggressively, that kind of play. Because I think we're missing that bullyish in the midfield. I think we're missing that intensity and bullish nature in the midfield. That's just what I think.
I don't think you're far wrong there, mate, to be honest. Funny you should ask that. Gabe asked me the same question on Wednesday, and he said, if I could guarantee you 3 positions of getting a new player in January, what 3 positions would you choose? And I went with a striker, just because I think you've got Billy and Joe, fantastic strikers, but should one of those get injured, it's all down on one. And I think we need that George Miller type player.
Exactly.
I know we let him go because he wants to play football, and that's perfectly fine, and I respect that and I understand it. But for me, we've got a gap there now, and he was one of those players that could have probably played behind Billy or Joe, and just added that extra,
like a second striker almost.
Yeah. So I think we're missing that. I look back at what was so good in the winning run at the end of last season, and I think we're probably missing a Matty Craig in the middle, that type of player. So like you say, that number 6 that can kind of break it down and dictate the pace of play. So I'd go with that. But I also said goalkeeper, because
Right.
Although Sharman Lowe's a good goalkeeper, Lo Tatala was a very good goalkeeper. They're both on loan, and for me, we've not had our own number one keeper for
Correct.
some time, and I think defensive trust is built from the goalkeeper, and we've. I'd have loved to have got Lo Tatala on a permanent, and
Of
that
course.
would. I think he'd have been our goalkeeper for a long time. So yeah, probably a solid number one that's going to come in and kind of make that place his own.
My worry with Mototala now is that obviously he's been injured for the whole season, so he's not played a
Yeah,
minute of football this season. So that's why I was kind of reluctant to bring him back because,
yeah,
people say, "Oh, bring back Mototala." It's like, well, he's been injured for the most of the campaign. I don't want to rely on a goal, even though he's been good for us last
yeah,
season. I don't want to rely on a goalkeeper that's been injured for the whole campaign. My stance on the goalkeeper is simple. I keep Shaman there to the end of the season, then I'd look
yeah,
at a number one in the summer. But
yeah,
like I said, there's me, Dan. There's plenty of names on my list right now in terms of goalkeepers and certain positions. I could list them all. I could list Stefan Basic from Bristol City. I could list Brian Mayer from Derry City. I could list all of them.
yeah,
But goalkeepers, personally my summer priority.
yeah. It's just finding
Um,
the right one, isn't it?
yeah, in terms of players in January that I'd like to see us look at, because I've been speaking to a few different fans. I spoke to a Scottish football scout. I spoke to Lincoln fans, spoke to Dundee fans, spoke to a bunch of different fans. Um, I obviously striker, I think, is the priority in January. I think that's fair
Yeah,
to say.
yeah,
And I kind of said that we could go one or two ways. We could go with a young permanent or a young loanee. I think young loanee could be the ideal direction. I think my sources are trying to tell me that a loanee is possibly the direction we go in.
yeah,
In that case, you're looking at someone like maybe Rob Street on loan from Lincoln, who's lacking game time, but is the kind of striker we need,
yeah.
pressing off the shoulder.
I think
Jake
Aloni
Young,
is
Jake
probably
Young,
more. Yeah, I think Aloni is probably more realistic in January because prices go up because
yeah,
everyone knows what other clubs are wanting to either achieve their objectives that they set out at the start of the season or potentially get themselves out of a bit of bother.
yeah.
So
I'd take
yeah,
Jake Young. I'd take Jake
yeah,
Young
I
on
think
loan from Stevenage.
Loanies are probably the way to look forward, or if there's any free transfers, and then looking at potentially
Well,
getting
there's
somebody in the summer.
There's one particular name that was on loan at Shelbourne this season. Obviously, he's gone back to Hull,
Mm,
but I do not think he's staying there when he's out of contract in the summer. And it's Will Jarvis.
mm,
He's someone who, I spoke to a couple of Shelbourne fans. He thrived at Shelbourne when
yeah,
he's just come off a title as well. So he's come off of winning something, which brings a winning mentality into the dressing room from a recent memory. So I think
yeah,
if we're going to go for a permanent, it should be Will Jarvis for me because I think he's exactly the kind of forward, and he can also cover on the wing as well, which is just perfect.
yeah,
So I think Will Jarvis for me, or if you're going to go for a loanee, Rob Street or Jake Young for me. If you want to really throw the dice and you want to use your exemption spot, which if
yeah,
people don't know, basically you can sign up to 2 players from foreign leagues without a work permit, which is how Grimsby got the Icelandic guy. There's
yeah.
a striker in the Swedish second division that I really like the look of. Who scored 13 in 19, I believe.
That's
Good
decent
goal
return.
rate. I ran it past a scout from Scotland, a fully qualified scout, and he said League One or League Two is his level, or high in League Two, League One.
Yeah,
Taylor Silverholt, 23 from Helsingborg in Sweden's second division. I'd keep an eye on that name.
there we go. Anybody watching? Keep an eye on that name. Get him on your list.
If a Lincoln City fan and a Dundee fan want him, I want him.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. So the teams have just come out. Couple of stats on this one. Kettering have progressed from 4 of their last 6 FA Cup ties against Football League opponents. Hopefully, it's 4 from 7 come the end of this fixture. Doncaster have progressed from 6 of their last 7 FA Cup ties against non-league opposition. Can you remember which one we didn't progress from, Charles?
What, from the first
It's
round?
fairly recent. Yeah, 2022. So it's only a couple of years
Kings
ago.
Lynn Town, 1-0,
You've got it.
gold, and the goal came from Gold Omateo.
There we go. That's more information than I had.
Just me. It's a memory I want to get rid of, but it's a memory that's just not going away.
This is Kettering's first appearance in round 2 since 09-10, which Leeds won that one.
Mm.
And then 0809 was the last time Kettering made the third round.
Wow.
We've got John in the chat. Good luck to your Rovers, Dan. No super chat. Was hoping to make a small donation to the channel for all you do. Cheers from Boston. And thank you for that. I'm not one for super chat. I may set it up at some point, but I think for me, YouTube is a place where we just get to share what we love, and the fact that you subscribe and you come is enough for me. But yeah, I'll consider it in the future, and then I think any donations to the channel will probably make the way to Eves Trust, which I do a lot of fundraising for. But yeah, that's something that I'll think about in the future. We've got Punk Chef, go on lads, and then we've also got Ben. Oh, Ben's gone. Ben did come in. I think he was probably going to give us a score prediction or something, but then disappeared. So
cheers from Boston, by the way, as well, because I did a video on Boston United when Culverhouse got sacked, and one of the names I had on my list was Graham Coughlin, and I called it 2 weeks later.
John's from Boston in America, Chal.
Big up the MLS.
We're international.
Yeah, big up the MLS.
A couple more stats before Billy Sharp gets us underway. Donny have lost 3 of the last 14 away games in the FA Cup. We've won 9, drawn 2. We've won 6 of the last 8 away games. And yeah, that's it. So we're underway. The stats are looking positive for Donny, but yeah, Sterry's already under pressure. Burton's in, Kettering 1, Doncaster 2. I hope you're right there. But we are literally seconds into the game, and Sterry's made a mistake. And
I'm gonna throw a spanner in the works straight away. And it's something.
Yeah, what's your score prediction? I've not done it.
Oh yeah. I went for I think I went 2 or 3-0 on the space on Friday. We were rambling.
To Donny?
Yeah. No, there's no way I'm backing Kettering in this one. No, I'll throw a spanner in the works straight away. I think Sterry's a wing back, not a full back, and I kind of said that since the start of the season.
He's much better going forward than defensively, isn't he?
There's times in games where I see him kind of think more as a wing back rather than a full back, and he gets caught out, and he's got the pace to track back, but that pace can sometimes be the death of him.
Yeah, definitely. But early first minute, and Kettering look lively, don't they? I don't think we've got out of our half yet.
They look up for it.
Yeah, but we said this on the build up, didn't we? That it's a close ground. The crowd's going to be all up for Kettering, and it's about them kind of bringing the game to Donny and putting us under a lot of pressure early on. It's if they can maintain this intensity. But from what I saw when they played Northampton, they had energy. They consistently kind of put them under pressure for the 90 minutes. So yeah, it could be a long old afternoon on the 1st of December for Donny in this one. That's the thing. Have you opened your advent calendar, Chal? I've not opened mine yet today.
Funny story. We haven't actually got one yet this year.
Oh no!
I know. I'm gutted. I wanted one of them Cadbury ones with the little chocolates inside, but no, I don't think we've got one this year. We've got too much stuff on our mind.
Just grab a chocolate bar. You'll be all right.
I'll just grab a top deck from the shop around corner. I'll be all right.
Oh, we've got the legend that is Finley. He's in the chat. Good. Hi, Finley. Hope you're okay. No 72 review tonight because I'm doing this, and then I am going to be sorting stuff out for work and everything this afternoon. It was one or the other. It was either a watch along and no 72 review, or have this on the background while doing a few bits and do the 72 review tonight. So I thought, let's do a watch along. I've never done one, and yeah. Well, yeah, Kettering really putting the back four under pressure, turning them.
You'll have to try and do more watch-alongs with Fleetwood and that on Wednesday.
Yeah, because that'll be available on
Sky Plus.
On Sky Plus, won't it?
Yep, Fleetwood, Gillingham away as well. Barrow away on the Wednesday at the end of January, I believe. Grimsby at home, but we'll be at the stadium for that one anyway. there's a good few games that are going to be on Sky, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I will be going to Chesterfield away, Morecambe away, and Notts County away, and I think one or two of those games will be with my girlfriend as well, which is nice.
Yeah, nice. John said should have said not Lincolnshire for the Boston, Massachusetts, mate, where it all started over here in 1620, straight from 80 ID's Argyle.
Wow. I'll have to do the research on that one for a video.
Yeah. Punk Chef is doing a live watch along later as well for Chef Wednesday against Derby. So if you do like watch alongs and you want to see fans react to how their club are doing, I recommend heading over to that one. They've not won at Derby since 2006. So yeah, stats mean nothing. It could be a good win for Wednesday there. And they said up the 72 review, which will be back next Sunday.
I am going to a derby, I think, in January as well. I'm going to the world's oldest derby when Hallam plays Sheffield in the quarterfinals of the County Senior Cup. So I'm looking forward to that one. That's going to be one of my first big projects with help and advice from this content agency. I won't say who they are, but all I can say is they've. Secret. Yeah. I won't say much. All I'll say is they've done stuff with Chunks and SV2, so they've done well.
Oh, nice. Get it right though, Chal. Sheffield FC, not just Sheffield. That's like calling Chef Wednesday Sheffield.
It's like calling Bristol City Bristol.
But no, we've just ticked over 5 minutes in the game, and it's been an uncomfortable 5 minutes for Doncaster at the minute. Kettering have had much more of the play. They look more threatening going forward. I still don't think we've really made it out of our half.
We've been static.
We need to settle down a little bit. Poor ball there from Molyneux under pressure.
Again, what have we said? Molyneux double man marked.
But there should be a free man somewhere. But yeah, balls coming into the box, they're getting it in early, looking for Ranger. Defence are holding firm at the minute. They're not doing too bad, but yeah, we're just under pressure in this opening 5 minutes and really not settling.
Yeah, it's been very static in terms of our level. Without sounding disrespecting to Kettering, it's been static from us.
Yeah. Workovers in the chat. I like to call Forest Notts Forest. To my Forest supporting mates, just to see them get incensed.
And this first half been the theme of the last few weeks, though. Like we've just been off the gates slowly, and it's taken at least half an hour for us to get going, which it shouldn't be the case. I'm sorry, but it shouldn't be the case.
Just Sterry, poor touch. Punk Chef spot on. Just need to get a foot on the ball a little bit. We're nervy. We're very nervy in this one.
If we start making mistakes, I don't care how successful we've been this season. If we start making mistakes, you're going to start seeing the old vlog Chal from 2021 in a minute. I'm going to be fuming.
There's a long old time to go in this game. I can't see Kettering maintaining this sort of intensity.
No. Harry.
And I think once we do settle and do get a foot on the ball, then we'll be okay. But we don't want to be one goal, 2 goals down before we start playing, which we have done over the last couple of weeks.
My prediction for this competition should be at least round 4. We should be in round 4. We should be trying to get to round 3 or 4 minimum. I mean, we've reached round 3, so technically that's a tick. But I want to go further. I want to get those big ties.
Yeah, I think furthest we've been in recent years, round 5 during COVID season. I think it was when we went to West Ham. Was that 5th round or 4th?
Yeah, round 5 was the furthest we've gone. We reached there in 2018, 2019 against Crystal Palace. We reached there before that as well. We got to West Ham. I think that was round 4 actually in the COVID season. Yeah. So, round 5 in 2018, 2019 was the furthest we've gone in this competition.
And that was last time McCann was here, wasn't it?
Correct, yeah. So it's written in the stars if we can get going.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, first bit of decent play from Donny. 8 minutes in, down the right-hand side, Luke Molyneux's found a little bit of space.
Molyneux shouldn't have gone for that.
But yeah, just kind of hit the ball and
I think with the bodies
goalkeeper's hands.
I'm sorry, but with the bodies in the box, we shouldn't have been going for that. Then he should have been going for a potential low grounded cross, and someone get it at the feet. Because the best stuff we've done is on the ground. So I don't know why we're trying to play it up in the air when Kettering's got these non-league bodies that just win stuff in the air. We're not going to win the game in the air today.
I think the pitch might be a determining factor on the way that we play, because it's looking a little bobbly. I mean, Sterry miscontrolled from something
Joe?
which looked really simple. So yeah, I think maybe the quality of the pitch is preventing us from playing on the floor.
Big up the Kettering drummer.
Yeah. I'm surprised. I've not seen a tinfoil FA Cup yet. That's got to be on here somewhere. That's a good ball. That's a penalty.
Oh, come on.
That to me looked a penalty. I don't think the keeper's got a touch there.
That's a Specsavers advert waiting to happen.
So the ball's gone down the left-hand side. I think it's Gibson that's broke onto it, chested it down, and the ball's beyond the keeper. We're going to get another look here. It is Gibson.
Yeah.
Oh, keeper got a touch. Keeper got a touch. That's a really good save.
Well
His left hand just gets the ball.
It's the follow-through, though. It's the follow-through. Does that...
Yeah, it's got a touch there. I think it'd have been a harsh penalty to give.
Yeah. Sterry and Oliver with a bit of miscommunication there. One came across.
Sister-in-law's in. The pitch isn't the greatest, Daniel. Yeah, it's very bobbly. She believes that was a penalty.
I think the follow-through could have done that.
And then work out. I just had that JMA cast song from his stand-up routine playing on loop in my head at the moment. And Punk Chef, they're getting in behind way too easy. They are at the minute.
Mm-hmm.
They're finding those balls into the space and
oh no,
store a shot from the edge of the box. Fairly simple for Sharman Lowe to collect, but on the bobbly pitch, we've seen those hit something and jump over the shoulder, haven't we?
One of those controversial goals. Teddy Sharman Lowe's going to be on it today in goal because
he's made some good saves over recent weeks, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's made some good saves. When you look at the Carlisle game, though, there was one or two moments in the first half where he had some shaky distribution moments. He's got to be on it today. He can't have those moments out from the back. He can't. Him and the defence have to be in complete sync with each other out from the back today, because if we get caught out in distribution from the back, it'll be on Sharman Lowe. So he's got to stay on it today.
Yeah. Rach has hit the nail on the head. Should have been training at Townfields in preparation for this game.
we had a pitch ready in Hexthorpe waiting for you, lads.
Maury the Cop Blade is in. Welcome to the watch along, mate. Come on, Donny Rovers from Sheffield United fan. Thank you very much. Good result for you boys on Friday night as well. 1-0 against Sunderland.
Good result against top of the league. Mm. Are they top of the league still?
Looking,
good dropped off now.
I think they might have been knocked off. Let's have a quick look.
It might have been Leeds that topped them off, to be fair.
I think Leeds are top, aren't they? The table so far. Sheffield United are currently top on 38 points. Burnley in second on 36. Leeds on 35. Sunderland dropped down to fourth on 33 from 4 draws and a defeat in their last 5.
And that's how tight this league is.
Yeah. So yeah, Sheffield United looking in good shape on that one.
Go on, Sheffield.
We're up to 12. United.
Sheffield United. Oh dear.
So Leeds was, but we are top. And is Billy Sharp playing? He is, but he's not had much to do at the minute. We've struggled to get it up to him. We've struggled to kind of get him involved at the moment. 12 minutes in, we've started to settle a little bit, but it's still not quite at the levels that we'd expect a league team to be playing at. But that's a good ball. Billy's getting on to this now. So
again, Billy's way too out wide for me.
Yeah, you may not be familiar, but Billy Sharp is playing with number 14. So normally number 10. Number 10 was already taken by Sabara, so he ended up being number 14 for us. Deep ball in, Molyneux. 2 men on him, like you said, Charles.
Yeah, we're not going to win in the air today. We're not.
Oh, that's a.
I thought
he'd not give enough on that header then, but we're okay.
He got out of jail with that one.
That's a good ball. Molyneux has taken the touch.
Oh, you idiot!
Just took a swing at it, and there was a difficult opportunity to get anything from, really. But we're starting to grow into this one. 13 minutes gone, and we're moving the ball around a little bit more. We're looking a little bit more comfortable
We're starting to grab
Probably
control of
adapted
it.
to the pitch a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, we're starting to. I think the first 10 minutes we're starting to see what they've got, see what they've got to offer, and then start grabbing control back or start taking control back.
Yeah, that's it. Rachel said, I bet Kettering fans are feeling like we did back in Bellevue days. Yeah, they were some magical nights when one of the big boys came down, and I don't know, there was just some magic about it. There was a whole build up for not just hours before kickoff, but days before kickoff, and you're just dreaming of getting that goal and just going absolutely mental. So yeah,
I remember those days.
I'm sure they'll have those feelings.
I remember those days as a 5-year-old kid knocking out Beanie. And then Martin O'Neill. And then if it wasn't for Mike Dean, it would have been Wenger.
Yeah, we're very close.
To be fair, I spoke to AFTV about this a few years ago, and they were saying like Mike Dean shouldn't have given an extra minute. Like we felt we were robbed.
Yeah. So this is where I think Donny are going to be getting some sort of joy. A number of times now, the ball's been played in behind for Gibson to run onto, and it looks like he's got the pace to beat his man. Beat him a few times there, poor ball in, but it was hit first time, and just a shame that nobody was on the end of it. Rachel said we find our groove now, seem a little bit more settled. Yeah, we're just starting to move the ball around a little bit more confidently.
Now we need to do
finding men now.
Yeah, now we need to do what we didn't do in the last few games, and that's score more goals.
Find the back of the net. Yeah, I think a goal it calms us down a little bit more. It makes it a little bit more comfortable. But even 1-0, we saw with Northampton, they went 1-0 up and didn't win the tie. So I think if we are to win this, we need to put it well beyond doubt before the final half.
I will never rule us out to be safe unless it's 3-4-0.
Well, no, look at. I mean, the greatest even let leads like that slip. Look at Man City. I know they're having a bit of trouble at the minute, but they were 3-0 up midweek and drew 3-3. So football is a fun game, isn't it?
Watch. Actually, I got the chance to watch that, so that was a good game. Feyenoord did very well to press on City, really well. And 20 Arsenal fans watching. What phase is Arne Slot in? I put it out on Twitter. It's got like 10,000 views or something. I said, if Liverpool win the league this year, what phase is Arne Slot in? You don't need phase. You just need 1 year of winning.
Yeah, that's it.
Proper got some Arsenal fans riled up, and I'm like, that's me done for the weekend.
Yeah, we've had a good few minutes here of possession.
Yeah.
Bailey with the ball in. Oh, great block. I'm guessing Rach is a little bit ahead of us because she put a great block, and then moments later the block happened. So we're maybe a couple of seconds behind. Yeah, that is great defending.
He came off the defender rather than the goalkeeper. That's why I think he said defender. I mean, so right, come on.
Nothing from the corner.
I'd say this about set pieces. I'll say this about set pieces, and I said this on the space as well. We are Hector Bellerin FC when it comes to set pieces. Our crosses don't beat the first man, or they beat everybody in the box.
Yeah.
We rarely have a middle ground. We rarely find the target.
Yeah. I mean, we're not the biggest, the tallest team in the league.
No.
So I think we've got to be a bit more creative with the. Oh, we've just hit the crossbar. Tom Anderson with a header at the back post.
I'd have loved for him to score that. I'd have loved for him to score that, because after all the stick he's been given over the last few months, I'd have liked him to just get that goal. And I will say this about Tom Anderson, by the way, as well. And I've said this to numerous people around the stadium. If this is his last season, and if he does intend to leave at the end of his contract, don't make the same mistake of Taylor and Rowe. Announce it before the end of the season or before the last home game, so we can give him a proper send-off, if that's the case. I'd like to see him given a proper send-off for a decade of service, but that's just my opinion. I
agree. Patrick's coming. Kettering's making us look small. Yeah, they've got some tall players in there, but Tom Anderson did really well to leap above the number 5 there and get his header towards goal, and very unfortunate to hit the top of the bar.
Maybe that's something we need to look for in a midfielder, a bit of height and a bit of set piece specialist.
Yeah, I think over the last 5-10 minutes or so, I think a goal would have been as just reward. I think we've had possession. We've moved it around a lot better than what we did in the first 5 to 10 minutes. We started to grow into the game a little bit, and I think a goal would have been worthy of that goal. So hopefully keep on pushing, and it does come.
Yeah, it'll come eventually.
Yeah, Puncture said this game feels like a little chance game where if whoever gets hold of it and gets that first chance wins. Just got to hope that they use all their energy in the first half. Yeah, yeah. I think it is going to be one of those tight encounters where probably one goal will win it.
Yeah, I don't see this being a battering. I think someone's just going to edge this in terms of the score sheet.
Yeah. Ref.
Oh, it could have been given soft, that one, I think.
Not sure why that's gone that way. There was 6 or 1 and half a dozen there.
I've seen, to be fair, I've seen softer given. So
yeah, let's have a look at the replay.
Sabara.
I mean, Sabara's it's something and nothing, but then I'm not sure what he's give the free kick for there. But Kettering with a free kick midway through their half.
That looked more like ours. But oh well,
a trumpet as well.
And the goal kick goes absolutely nowhere.
Yeah. Well, we are definitely a little bit behind in this one because there's a couple of comments. Big chance, how close? So something's on the way. I'm going to try and not look too much at the chat if we're a couple of seconds behind. Right, what minute are you on, Chal? Are you on 2010?
2012. Go on, Molly.
Oh,
good save.
Yeah, that is a good chance. We've got Ian Bradley in the chat. Good afternoon, Ian. Hope you're well. Hope you enjoyed Accrington against Swindon yesterday, where Accrington came out winners in that one, and they're in the hat for the third round draw.
I think he enjoys anything but Rotherham at the minute.
Rachel said they're on 20:43, so yeah, they're about 30 seconds in front. So
I'll just hit 20:43 now.
Yeah. The corner's in. Nothing from that one.
Again, set piece are away.
Back out to Molyneux though, and it's a chance high, wide, not all handsome.
That's going over
the stands as well.
I think that's going into next door neighbour's back garden. I was going to say, as soon as I saw the trumpet, I thought it was an episode of Brassed Off.
That's the one person you don't want to be stood in front of, because he's not stopped playing for 21 minutes. Ian said you've got that one right there, Chal. Enjoying everything other than Rotherham.
We'll see you next season, maybe.
So the possession stats just come up at the bottom left for us, and 75% possession to Kettering's 25. Or it was 74-26. So it just shows that the first 5 minutes were certainly Kettering's, but since then we've really got a foothold in this game, and it's hopefully just a matter of time before the goal comes. But I seem to be repeating myself a lot with Doncaster Rovers games at the minute, where it feels like a goal's coming and then it doesn't. So yeah, a long old time to go in this one yet.
Just got some stats from the game currently. We've had 7 shots, 1 on target. They've had their only shot on target. So they've been a lot more clinical than we have.
Ian said that we might be swapping divisions. We may go up, they may go down. It's
weird, you know, because I've not seen Rotherham in League 2 since the Don Valley Stadium days. So it's going to be really weird to see the New York Stadium in the 4th tier, but maybe it's one of them resets that they needed.
Yeah. Molly the Cop Blade, we'll love you guys in the next round if you get through, either home or away. It'd be a good game to attend. It would indeed. Rach feeling less nervous now. Ref should have played on. But yeah, come on, Rovers. So I think that was just from that challenge there.
Do we get Premier League teams in round 3, by the way?
Yes. Yeah, that's when big boys start coming in.
I know exactly who I want. I want Super Duper Mick and his 5-phase plan.
I want Spurs away.
They're a very naive team. They're a very naive team in terms of defensive. But the reason I want Arsenal is because they're £800 million deep, 5 phases, and yet they throw away the cup competitions. I think we can do them at our place. I seriously think we can do them at our place. And then at full time, I can stand on AFTV and say, what phase is he in? Just rub it in a bit more. Lee Gunner will like that. Big up Lee Gunner.
We've not done much with that free kick. We've played it out to Molineux on the right hand side. He's tried a little trick to beat his man and not got anywhere. And then we're back at the halfway line, which is frustrating. There's an opportunity there to get the ball in the box and ask some questions, and we choose not to.
Come on.
We could be in a bit of bother here. It's 3-on-2.
Oh dear.
He's got the beat. He's got the beat in Sterry's done well there.
Just recovered.
Yeah.
Okay, I've seen Sterry. I've had to recover quite a few times now. I'd get a manual. If you want me to be harsh, I'd take him off at half time and get a manual on.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, it's good. It's good going forward, and he's always going to offer you that wonderful ball in that could create a goal. We saw that when he played the ball in against Notts County to get the goal. And we were in the stands as a family saying that he needed to come off, and if he wasn't there, he wouldn't have been there to play that ball in. So I think he does offer you quite a lot going forward, but under pressure going. No. Kettering with the ball in, Sharmalow flaps at it a bit, but we get away with that one.
If someone was in that box, it would have been 1-0.
Yeah, Rachel said we need to keep our concentration up. Little silly mistakes are putting us under pressure.
And I thought we cut the rest of the mistakes out when Danny Schofield left. Oh dear.
Yeah, I think goalkeepers are protected a lot, aren't they? I think it's frustrating to see for both teams, really. It frustrates me when keepers get protected when a Donny attacker's there. I mean, now Rangers got for me, it's perfectly okay to go for that ball. He's entitled to go for that ball.
Yeah,
the arms are crossing, but there's nothing there for me.
No. I think, to be fair, I think even Sharman Lowe does more than Noah Ranger, because at the end you can see him hugging onto him, saying, "Can I have some more, sir?" Like Oliver Twist.
Yeah. For me, that if that happens in the middle of the park between two midfielders, there's no free kick given.
Yeah, facts.
And it's one of those rules that just doesn't quite make sense for me in football.
I think Sharman Lowe looked like, compared to Noah Ranger, from the lower in height on the knees, he kind of looked like that scene from Polar Express when that kid's next to Santa Claus. It's like, what would you like for Christmas? The first gift of Christmas.
We've got a blow-up trophy. We've seen one. I'm still yet to see a tinfoil FA Cup, though. I'd be disappointed if one of those doesn't show up.
I did try and get into the FA Cup fever this week, to be fair. I watched an old highlight reel from the first round from 2011, and it was a highlight show on Satana Sports, funnily enough. Nice. And I think their FA Cup intro is better than the one we have currently.
Yeah.
There was some classics in there. Jamie Vardy for Fleetwood knocking out Wycombe Wanderers, I believe, at their ground, at Fleetwood's ground, which was nice. I think someone beating someone 8-1 as well. So. 2-0 lead enough as well.
Yeah, Kettering have just have gone up a gear, haven't they? It's like they've given us 10-15 minutes of having the ball and getting back into the game, but then they've gone up a gear. But this is looking good down the right hand side. Sabara and Molineux with some good interplay.
Well done.
Sabara did really well with the ball there. He's played it off to Sabara just in front of him, and the Kettering defence did well to clear that. But yeah, Kettering have just upped the tempo a little bit. Yeah,
Kettering have stepped up another gear. They've realised that we're sitting too comfortable.
Yeah, Nathan said Kettering gaining from our mistakes, and I think Rachel said it as well, that our mistakes are putting us under pressure and maybe just a bit of complacency. Just need to keep that concentration up, because there have been better ploughed fields than this pitch. It's looking a rough pitch. It's very bobbly, but both teams have to play on that. And just from saying this pitch is bobbly, poor touch from Molineux, which I think probably was impacted by the pitch. But yeah, I think we've realised how lucky we are with the velvet of our pitch. Yeah, it's an absolute bowling green to play on. Very nice pitch.
I mean, we've played on worse than Kettering. We've played on Bradford's pitch.
Yeah.
We played in the. We also played in the sandcastle known as Tranmere as well.
Yeah.
I felt like sticking a little corner flag in the top corner.
But yeah, it's been a very even 28 to 30 minutes.
I think
Kettering have had a
0-0's
little,
fair. I
yeah,
think 0-0's
yeah.
fair.
Kettering's had opportunities. They've put us under pressure, and then we've had that spell, but just unfortunate hitting the bar. Other than that, there's not really been a clear cut opportunity, and that doesn't look good. Hey, Ray just put no in the chat. So 30 seconds away. What could this mean? Nathan Ward said,
Oh
just need to pass
no!
it around a bit, get the Kettering players chasing shadows. This is where it could come.
Oh,
Kelly,
Kelly.
that is a finish. Wonderful, wonderful finish. Kettering 1-0 up. 29 minutes gone.
Stop cheering! Stop cheering!
Put us under pressure. Yeah. This is the FA Cup, isn't it? We have got a mountain to climb now.
Would you also say that Sterry had a fault to play as well because he played the pass into a pressured Kelly?
He did. I mean, it's from our throw-in. He's played it into Sterry. Sterry's then played Kelly. He's got plenty of space there, mate. He's held the ball too long, but that is a wonderful finish. Tom Anderson's not got close enough to him.
No,
but he's used Tom Anderson's body to curl it around him. Teddy Sharmalow can't do anything with that. It's in the bottom corner.
Anderson kind of played it inside like a pencil. It kind of just didn't. He kind of just tracked. He kind of just reluctantly kept back from it. He kind of just tucked his body in rather than go for it. Oh, Anderson, you should be doing better there, for God's sake.
Noel Williams with the goal.
Oh, that's it, Anderson. Just keep the players riled up when it was your fault to begin with. Well done.
Oh dear.
Sorry, I'm getting frustrated already. You can see 21 shell already.
Punk Chef, great finish, but yeah, standing off them all the time. Put 29 minutes, it was 30. I'll get that changed. So we were just saying it's been a fairly even game, and it's probably going to be one goal that settles it. We've got to switch on now, haven't we? Nathan Ward, not happy. BBC will be loving this. Unfortunately, missing McGrath. Yeah, we are.
Yep.
Yeah, mountain to climb now. You can't take away from that finish though. There's the high press on Kelly. Kelly's just not been able to get rid of the ball quick enough. I don't think Sterry can be blamed too much. I think he's played it into Kelly with plenty of time and space on the ball for a midfielder to turn and kind of lay it off. But he's just got caught in possession, and we're on the back foot there. We're not in the right position. And then Noel Williams has picked it up. He's drove at the defence, and like I say, he's just used Tom Anderson's body as a bit of a barrier, and he's side footed it. He's passed it nonchalantly into the bottom corner, hasn't he? And it's a great finish.
Basically used Anderson as used him as a training mannequin almost, and just kind of killed it round because Anderson really didn't do anything. He just stood still and tugged his legs in like a pencil. Just didn't do enough.
Yeah. Maury said, hopefully this goal doesn't take the sting out of this game. Seen a lot of banana skins in the past. And yeah, Rachel said we need to switch on and turn this around. Kettering are loving the buzz. Yeah, this is it now. They'll have the wind in the sails. Is it a case of getting through to half time now at 1-0?
No. I want us to. No, I'm not taking that at all. I don't care about Kettering or whatever. I want us to go for it for the rest of this half. I want us to actually take the ball to them and actually do what we did 10 minutes ago and actually start being more comfortable and actually start taking our bloody chances.
I think we've just got to be cautious not to leave gaps like we just did.
Oh no, of course not. I'd actually look at when you look at the way we've set up compared to Kettering, we've matched them.
Struggling there.
Oh, for God's sake, Joe! We've matched them formation to formation. We've gone 4-2-3-1, same as them. So I'd actually look at reverting it to a back three sooner rather than later.
Kettering fans absolutely loving this, which
they've got every right to.
You can't fault them, can you? Yeah.
No, they've got
Like
every
you
right
say,
to. It's us that should be going. We should be going into that dressing room at half time with our heads down, embarrassed.
Yeah, 69 places between the two teams. Corners in, and yeah, we look nervy. We look really shaky. Sharman Lowe's got a good fist onto that to clear the danger, but it's coming straight back at us.
Right, go on, Jordan. Oh, Jordan, what are you doing that for?
Come on.
Jesus Christ.
Right, we're playing like the Sloth in Zootopia, so slow. And the chance to be 2-0 up. Yeah.
I think that was it.
We're just not clearing the ball at all, are we?
I swear to God.
It's a really good chance, that.
I swear to God, Jordan had a man running in front of the Kettering man. He had an option to pass and he didn't do it and he got tackled. Too selfish, Jordan. Too selfish.
There's 60 minutes left. We've got plenty of time. Trying not to get too frustrated yet, but
it's hard. It's
hard.
Whenever someone scores it, whenever the opposition scores, I just get frustrated because I just want to see us win. It's the winning mentality of me. I want us to win a league title and a BSM trophy this season, so I just want to win.
Yeah. Nathan said every minute the Kettering are leading is worse for us. We need to get up the field quicker. Yeah, but we're struggling to get out of our half at the minute, and I mean Kelly's been done there.
Kelly's been inexperienced today. He's had a lot of energy, Kelly, but he's been too inexperienced today in moments. He's made too many moments that are lacking experience and game management. Again, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
Because there's a player in there. There's a player in there, but if he knocks those inexperienced moments out of his game, he could be a really good player.
Yeah. But yeah, for me, this next 10 minutes is massive. To not concede another has got to be number one priority. And I tell you something.
And I tell you something now. If I'm Grant McCann, I shouldn't be going in there all nicey nice. I should be giving him a rocket up their arse and giving him a bollock.
Volley from the edge of the box there, cleared by Tom Anderson, but he's coming straight back at us. There's no outlet.
Again, just lack of focal point, man. And that's the thing. Sharp's a good
poacher. It straight back to them.
Jesus Christ. Sharp's a fox in the box. He's a poacher, but we don't have a focal point. I feel like Sharp's been a passenger in this game, and partly is due to service, but partly is due to him as well.
Yeah, I've not heard his name mentioned.
No, and yes, it is partly down to service, but at the end of the day, just because the name's Billy Sharp, I'm not going to shy him away from criticism. He's been a passenger today, and partly it's down to him.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, get out.
And Morris come in. Agree. Next 10 minutes is crucial. Need to go in at 1-1 at half time. Yeah, 1-1 minimum 1-0. Can't concede again, because if we concede again, it's going to be a very, very difficult 45 minutes in the second half. But ideally, get back into this.
The worst sub we could make at this moment in time is Westbrook. And the reason why is because he's been lacking intensity in training. And I think when you need intensity in the midfield, you don't want someone lacking in that. I think that if you're going to make changes at half time, if you're going to stick with your back four system, you bring Sterry off for Emmanuel. And I think you maybe look at adding something to midfield. I'd take Bailey off for Broadbent. I think that Bailey's lacking in energy as well.
He's played so much football though, hasn't he?
Exactly, that's what I mean. I'd rather give him a rest and give Broadbent the opportunity. What are you doing?
Stuff like that from senior. It's a 5-yard pass which should be able to do in his sleep, and it's managed to play a hospital ball. And then Anderson
again under pressure.
There's no support. There's nobody around them to help them to knock it off. But then simple 5-yard passes,
we're a team of individuals, not a team of players.
Rachel said, honestly, I think there's frustration in the team as the pitch is so hard to play on and get in the stride. Grant should have had a few training sessions on actual County Park to kind of get used to it. Roll on 45 minutes. Yeah, I mean, Kettering are used to playing on this pitch. It's their pitch, but ultimately we're professional footballers, and
exactly
you should be able to play on.
I don't want to be using the pitch as an excuse. We should be playing better than this anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stand here and use the pitch.
We were moving it around quite well, and we've just stopped doing that, haven't we? In the last 8 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not going to stand here and use the pitch as an excuse. We should be playing better than this. Overall, we have been poor. We've been very poor.
There's a lack of movement. There's nobody there for Olowu to lay off to. There's no pass and move. There's very little at the minute.
It takes a lot for me to say this, but this looks like the kind of pragmatic Danny Schofield football that we saw 2 seasons ago.
Mm.
It doesn't look too different, does it? It's just better people.
Yeah, I mean that's a good ball. Sterry's there. His touch is heavy. Defender's done well to get his body in the way.
Nathan Ward in the comments, proper comment, pitch to poor excuse, just like our football. Facts, thank you.
I think it is playing a factor in it, because obviously we'll be used to playing on a decent pitch what the Eco Power's got, and it is meaning that we can't really play our game. But the pitch being bobbly doesn't excuse a pass like that, where it's a 5-yard pass and it's too far in front, or it's too far behind, or they've not got weight on it, or whatever.
And the thing is with Jack Senior, he had, for God's sake. Thing is with Jack Senior, he had a man of the match star performance against Carlisle. What's happened since then? Why is the drop off?
I mean, Bailey's used his arm there. Is going to give away a free kick every day of the week. I think there is frustration coming in.
Yeah, if you want me to be really brutal and say, I think partly why Senior's dropped off from the Carlisle game is I think he's playing in a position that I don't think he's comfortable in. I think he's a left centre back, not a left back. Yeah, I think if you're gonna do that, you bring Senior off and you bring on Maxwell, because I think Maxwell does much better in that position. Kettering's got this free kick. Come on.
Yeah, we've got 5 minutes to half time.
We cannot concede another goal.
Comfortable for Teddy Sharman-Lowe there. Yeah, Rich got a good point there. We're not the greatest. Let's not be so negative. We're always better in the second half. Regroup and go again. Yeah, we do tend to have a better 45 minutes. So,
no, I agree with you, Bales. I do agree with you. I just don't get why we can't perform in first halves. I want to see us perform in first halves and second halves, because teams that get promoted do that. I don't want to see us become a one-half team for the rest of the season, because that could cost us. Yeah. Jonathan said good teams adapt to a bad pitch. Can see McCann not being happy at half time. I'd be worried if it wasn't. Yeah. 8 agrees with Rach. Yeah, I think we do have a better 45 minutes. We've had a spell in the first half where we looked comfortable, but then it's things like that where in the midfield we're getting caught in possession. It's the basics. Yeah, I mean, balling from Molyneux there. Who's there again? Between the two strikers, Sterry's done well there to get the ball, the loose ball in the midfield. I always get annoyed at basic passes going wrong, because it's as a professional footballer on a couple of grand a week, you should be doing better than that. Yeah. Oh, that's unlucky. Oh. Rough and tumble of the FA Cup certainly is. So another good opportunity for Donny there. 42 minutes. Ball's been whipped in by Gibson, I think it was. It's just slotted in on the back post. Molyneux's managed to get his header back in on target, but fairly comfortable for the keeper to collect. Again, this team's just crying out for a ball winner and a striker, someone who can score, someone who can assist, and someone who can break up the play. I mean, the camera's just got on McCann, and he looks fuming. He looks. Yeah, I do not want to be. I like speaking to McCann before and after games, but I think today I'm glad I'm at home, because I think I'd have stayed away from him, to be honest, at half time. Yeah. Yeah, the FA Cup is a different kettle of fish. The league games, we know that from the Bellevue days in the Carling Cup. I agree. I just don't like us lacking in first halves. I want to see us thriving in both halves. I know it's not realistic that we're going to do every game, but yeah. It's that personal want, need, and desire just to see us thriving every week. I think ultimately there's not been a lack of effort from Donny this first 45 minutes.
There's been chances with it. The bar, Molyneux's header there. I think we've had his fair share of the ball.
Yeah, it's not that we haven't tried. It's just we've lacked in the basics.
I just feel that every time Kettering have come forward or put in tackles in the midfield or anything, they've just looked a lot more aggressive than what we have.
Oh, definitely.
I think sometimes that aggression can kind of edge the game your way.
I nickname it as NLN. Yeah, I nickname it as NLN, non-league nature.
Yeah. Sterry's got the ball now, he's driving forward, but they've closed it out.
Man?
The work rate from Kettering in defence is fantastic.
Poor ball by Sterry though.
Yeah, he's got crowded out there though. He's gone down a bit of a cul-de-sac, and that you've got to give credit to Kettering there because they're putting in the hard yards, they're running.
I give credit to Kettering, but I did see an option that he could have passed to in time. I did, for me personally, I did see an option in front of him that he could have passed to, but that's just, again, it comes down to decision making at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's like they've seen he's on the ball now, and he's looking for options, and there's nobody coming close. There's nobody kind of finding any space.
Literally I think I've seen twice now in about 5 seconds. Senior's putting his hands up like, "Where are you? Where are you coming from?" And Tom Anderson, fair play to Tom Anderson, driving, saying, "Go for him, go forward."
Yeah.
Again,
sounded like Dealey Smith there, John. Where are you? Yeah, I'm in here.
Start hosting Ready Steady Cup next week.
So we've got 2 minutes added on. Molyneux. Great block.
Good block. Go on, Joe.
Good ball from Joe into Sterry.
Go on, Jamie.
Ball's in.
Who's there again? Go on, Kelly. Cut out.
Oh, Joe's done well there.
Well done, Joe. No. Sterry's out of position. Good job. Tom's got enough pace to cover that role.
Nathan said, I think we just need to have some shots from outside the box rather than everything being across. Yeah.
Yep. Harrison Biggins did that, and we don't have them anymore.
Kettering or Kettling, is it?
It's been a steamy first half. No, you know what? Even though I don't think he could have survived in the squad currently or last season, I think that we do miss that Biggins type in terms of not afraid to shoot from distance.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that player because it's not exactly worked out from Shrewsbury at the minute, but in terms of someone just shooting outside the box. Oh, come on!
I think Patrick Kelly's taking. Yeah, Kelly's taking.
I can see Kelly's face. He's frustrated.
Yeah. We've got somebody in from Panama.
Ooh, big up Panama.
There we go. Stream's gone international. Love it. Loving that the stream's getting quite a lot of traction. It's decent. Thank you for joining in and watching us for a little bit, but I'm not too happy with the current scoreline. It's currently, if you're just joining, it's Kettering 1, Doncaster 0. Noel Williams on the half hour with a fantastic finish, right-footed into the keeper's bottom left-hand corner. Ball just kind of went across the ground. He just passed it into the back of the net after Patrick Kelly got caught in possession. And that is it. That is half time.
I think the trumpet's been more annoying than Captain Pugwash at Fleetwood.
So half time, 69 places between the two clubs, and the non-league team are 1-0 ahead. I wouldn't want to be in the Doncaster Rovers changing room at half time because Cameron went to Grant McCann a few minutes back, and it's on him. It's on him now. He doesn't look happy at all.
No.
Like we were saying, the effort's been there. We're just not quite hit the gears that we've seen Donny hit, and the mistakes have been capitalised on by Kettering, and a fantastic finish to put them 1-0 up. And if that is the goal that settles the tie, I don't think we can grumble too much. It was a really good finish by Noel Williams into the bottom left-hand corner. Just passed it in nonchalantly. Charlotte couldn't do anything. I think maybe
I've just seen the shot stats. I've just seen the stats for shooting. We've had 10 shots, 2 on target. They've had 6 with 3 on target. So they've had more shots on target than we have.
Yeah, it's been a close game. I think the pitch has been a leveller in terms of the team's abilities and quality. I think, obviously, the way the ground's set up and stuff, fans are close. They're going to be well up for it. We know what it's like from the Bellevue days. It does make a game which you'd think could be nice and easy. Makes it very difficult, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Rachel said, so you grant, what do you do? I think we've got to demand more. I think we've got to demand more movement, more aggression, just a bit more thought on the passes that we're trying to get. Yeah, I just think maybe look at changing the shape a little bit, getting two strikers on to make the defenders question what they're doing, because I don't think Sharp's been involved enough. So yeah, maybe changing shape and just demand more from the players, because at the minute, although they're putting effort in, it's just not, they're not putting the same effort that Kettering are putting in my opinion. I think Kettering are more aggressive. They're getting into shape a lot quicker and a lot better. You look, when we make a mistake, it's 3-on-2, 2-on-1. They make a mistake and they're already in the shape. So I think they just seem a bit more up for it than what we do at the minute. What about you, Chal?
I'm kind of similar to you, but I'd be putting a rocket up their ass. I'd be losing my mind. I'd be going, what the hell was that? We need to be doing a lot more than that if we're going to get through in this game. We shouldn't be losing. We shouldn't be. I'd be, in terms of individual players, I'd be talking to Jamie Sterring. I'd be saying, why are you getting caught out every now and then? Why on the flanks? It seems like you're focusing too much on the attack and not much on the defensive. But again, I think that's probably a talk that McCann's had with him for weeks. I'd be talking to Kelly and saying you've got energy, but there's a number of occasions where you need to make a different decision and sort of think, thinking training, right, are you in that situation? What do you do? But you haven't got that split second to think. So you've got to make a decision on the spot and stick with it and be confident with it. And I'd be talking to them strikers and I'd be saying, look, I'd be talking to Billy Sharp and saying, look, if you're not getting service, drop back, get involved, do the deep stuff if need be, and you've got the pace then to actually work and still sort the legs to work back into that box. I'd be potentially looking to change shape at half time. I'd be looking to go through it. I'd be looking to go with the 3-4-2-1, and I'd be looking to try and trap them in the midfield and try and go quick on the counter with the pace. And I think looking at that team, you'd keep Sterry at right wing back with a back three system. I'd look at maybe bringing on Emmanuel to play as right centre back with Bailey and Oluwu as your other two defenders. In fact, no, scratch that. I'd be looking at Senior at left centre back, Oluwu on the right, Anderson in the centre, and I'd be looking at Maxwell at left wing back, and I'd look at probably Bailey and Kelly together. I'd maybe look at Sharp up front, and I'd maybe look at either Molyneux and Gibson as the wide attacking midfielders, or I'd look at bringing Hurst on. I think that's what we need.
I mean, Ian said, no need to panic yet. Kettering will tire. You'll get opportunities. Burton said, good first half. We'll take a goal. Donny will still win. That's the Arsenal. Watching it on BBC Two as an Arsenal fan, but also Kettering Town fan as they're the local team. And Aid said, I think we will come out blazing second half, 3-1 Donny. We've got Connor, who's joined. We'll get him in. Hello, Connor. Are you Kettering or Donny?
Kettering, please. I think it's a good game so far. I've enjoyed that. It's a good goal.
It was, yeah, very good finish.
From the angle that BBC showed, it looked like it went in off a deflection, as the Yeah, so I think it's a good game so far.
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys are a lot more aggressive. You seem to be putting a lot more hard yards in and putting us under pressure. And I think we said it in the build up that you've got a lot of energy. You've got a couple of players in there that've got experience at a higher level. And for the first 5-10 minutes, you really put us under a lot of pressure. Then you kind of tailed off a little bit, and then you seem to go up a gear. And then the goal came, a really, really good finish. I think he's bent it around, Tom Anderson. It was just kind of used his body as a bit of a blocker, and Sharman Lowe's got no chance. It's really well placed into the bottom corner. Do you think you're going to add to the lead, or do you think you'll be quite happy containing the 1-0 and hoping to get through to the third round?
Well, I think it's Premier League teams coming in the third round might become a bit of a struggle at that point if we do make it through after beating Doncaster. I think we have the right squad to be able to beat them and go through. but it all
Stuff.
depends
You're
on
in a
how
really good
Kettering.
position as well. Yeah.
Yeah, top of the table
Lovely.
by a bit.
Yeah, so probably coming into this game with quite a bit of confidence as well, and it's showing
Yeah.
that you're playing for each other, you're moving for the ball, passing, you're finding space, and you're putting us under a lot of pressure. So yeah, we've got a lot of work to do this next 45 minutes to turn this game around. And I think if you guys come out and play like you did in the first half, it's going to be extremely tough and possibly not possible to turn it around. So wish you all the best. I hope we do turn it around, but if you do beat us, I hope you get the lucrative tie that you're wanting. And wish you all the best in your league campaign this season as well, mate. So thank you for popping on and saying a few words. Oh, I think he's gone.
Good evening. It's like the call on Radio Sheffield. I'm off to sell for a pint. See you later. Long minute of silence.
Yeah. Well, no, it really well spoken there from Connor, and
Yeah.
I think it hit the nail on the head. I thought it was a really good finish. I think Kettering have played well this first half. They're doing well in their league campaign. I just hope we've got enough in us to turn this game around. But
I just want to respond
we need to up a few gears.
Yeah, I'll respond to Ian's comment when he said, obviously, they'll tire and you'll get opportunities. Yeah, of course, we'll absolutely we will. It's just about if we can put them in the back of the net. Unfortunately, that's our Achilles heel this season, and our home form as well. If we don't improve our home form, we don't improve our goal scoring. I'm sorry, but there's no way there's not a chance we're going to finish in the top 3 this year if we don't finish our scoring better. And if we don't,
we need to improve, don't we?
Form. Yeah.
So Kettering, this is their FA Cup final. Yeah, just like the first round against Northampton was. Every game is a big game for them in the FA Cup to progress to places that have not been for a long, long time. So yeah, their play is so different to ours. They've nothing to lose but everything to gain, whereas the pressure is on us. Ironside is on the bench, so he may come on. And I said, let's not forget Kettering have come through many rounds to get to this stage. It was expected to be blood and thunder early on. Quality and strength will come through in the end. I hope you're right. It so often does, but at the same time, there's many giant killings in the FA Cup, and that's why we love it. That's why it is the greatest competition in football, in my opinion. That's the Arsenal. Thanks for having me on the stream. I'm hoping they can get through to the round. No, thank you for coming on. Pleasure having you, and very well spoken. And I think that's the thing when football fans come on and they're open and honest and kind of not biased about their clubs. It makes it so much better, doesn't it? So
yeah. In the second half, I wouldn't be against the idea of going to the 4-3-3. I wouldn't be against going to that idea. Again, you'd probably bring Senior off for Maxwell. You'd bring Sterry off for Emmanuel. You need both fullbacks. Yeah. I think Sterry's a wing back, and I think Senior's a left centre back. I would have, if you're going to stick with Bailey, you go Bailey, Kelly, and Sabara. And then you got your 2 wide players, and I'd maybe look at bringing Ironside on for Sharp, because Sharp has done nothing in this game. And I'm sorry, but just because your name's Billy Sharp doesn't mean you stay on.
He's just not had the creativity to get him in, though, has he? So,
he's drifted wide. He's drifted wide more times than he's been in the centre, which is worrying.
Yeah, to try and get onto the ball, isn't it? So.
Yeah, you could say that, but again, I think when you drift out wide, you haven't got a focal point, and I think that when Billy Sharp, at this point, you might as well just put Billy Sharp on left wing at this point, because he's drifted wide more times than been in the centre.
Yeah. So we're going to take a quick break while it's half time. I'm going to fill my drink up. I'm going to go to the toilet, and we will be back shortly, hopefully for a more positive second half.
Fingers crossed.
And we're back. I hope you enjoyed the house band for 5 minutes there.
I've transported location by magic.
Ada said, was that Daniel playing the piano during the interval? I do play a little bit of piano, but I am certainly not that good.
I'm just going to a bit of Ray Charles at full time.
Yeah, if you're just joining us to watch the second half, it's not been the greatest of first half.
Nope.
For the second half, it's going to. This is set up for a massive upset, isn't it?
Yeah, it's. I was just speaking to my dad about this during the break, and like he said that Rovers have looked panicky at times, and they think and Kettering's done exactly what we think they were going to do, which was catch us out on the break.
Yeah.
And I told him the stats, but he even said he thinks Kettering had 2 shots and we've had 1. That's how bad we are at final third at the minute. We feel like we've only had 1 shot or 1 decent shot. So, Jesus Christ, 3 changes. Kelly, Sterry, Gibson off for Ironside, Emmanuel and Broadbent. Wow.
I think the changes were probably needed to make us a bit more positive in going forward. That's the Arsenal's asked if we can join second half. We've got a bit of commentary. By all means, mate, get yourself in. You can say a few words as we're watching the game. So yeah, Gibson, Sterry, Kelly off, Ironside, Emmanuel, and Broadbent all on. So
is it the same system? I'm guessing it's the same system, but it's Bailey and Broadbent for a bit more of a defensive midfield. Maybe going with Emmanuel at right back, Senior at left back, maybe, or you maybe look at. One of the if I can't remember who's still on the pitch, so it's let me just get the lineups up again, because I think you could potentially go with a 3-back formation if you play one of the wingers as a wing back potentially.
I think Oluwa's probably gone to right centre back. Anderson's in the middle. Senior at left centre back. Emmanuel as a right wing back, maybe. I'm not sure who was on the left at the minute with Gibson coming off. We've got Connor back in, so you're more than welcome to say whatever you want about Kettering. Just jump in, mate, and we'll keep quiet while you're talking. But yeah, Molyneux is on the left. He's on the left at the minute, driving forward. So yeah, a little change in personnel. Hopefully,
yeah, I've got the game on the other screen with Kettering versus Doncaster on BBC Two. They're doing good so far. All they need, they just need to hold it together, Kettering, and they can win it.
Certainly can. If they're anything like they were in the first half, mate, we've got a big job on to turn this around.
Yeah, you have.
They were just showing the lineup graphics on BBC, and it put Ironside in the midfield, which is a bit weird.
Anyone got any idea when the next round draw is?
Monday. It'll be on.
I'm hoping Kettering will turn up on that, because if Kettering don't turn up on that, they'll have to. Yeah, and although again, this is a cup final, basically, in Kettering's point of view, due to how normally, like last season, they didn't even make it through to this part of the tournament. I don't think. So I think it's good to see them in the tournament like this.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Oh, so the ball's just come in from the corner, and the keeper looks like he's been impacted by Billy Sharp there.
Possible concussion.
Doesn't look good. But from your question, Connor, I think it is great to see. I think it's the greatest competition around in terms of getting kind of your lower league teams and your non-league teams.
I'd say when it comes to watching lower league teams, FA Cup is the best tournament to go to.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you can't watch like lower league teams playing the Carabao Cup, but you can watch lower league teams playing the FA Cup, which is what I like.
Would you guys be in favour? I know this is a very FIFA thing to say, but would you guys be in favour of like preset pre-season tournament competitions where non-league clubs can compete with football league clubs and Premier League clubs in like little pre-season tournaments to give you guys a bit of a UK tour almost.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That would be good.
I might have to start putting that plan into practice and pitch it to Football League.
I think the keeper will be okay. Just looking at few people have said, "Oh, the keeper's all right." I hope he's okay.
Yeah, especially
hope keeper gets subbed off. But by the looks of it, I think Billy Sharp's gone into his chest more than his head.
Yeah, it was a bit of a knee. It was a bit of a knee to the neck almost. It was like the borderline between the neck and the collarbone area. Keeper looks like he's all right
more than anything.
But they did show
I really do hate injuries because sometimes injuries can worry you if it's a big player for the squad.
Yeah.
And
that's why I was so worried when Odegaard didn't appear back for Arsenal for a little bit.
I weren't too worried because I didn't think Odegaard impacted Arsenal much anyway.
I think he does, though. He's a good midfielder. Although, what are your thoughts on the 5-2 win yesterday, then?
It's a decent victory, isn't it? Obviously, West Ham are kind of local rivals for Arsenal to a certain extent. I think it's going to be difficult for Arsenal. I think Liverpool are firing on all cylinders at the minute. But obviously, City are dropping points left, right, and centre. So I think it's going to be an interesting division this season.
I got to watch that game actually. I thought Arsenal blitzed them in the first half an hour, let alone the rest of the game.
I think the second half was a bit boring due to the.
The second half was a lot more comfortable. They kind of just sat on their sword and just kept it at 5-2. And West Ham had a chance to go and try and go forward in the second half, but they just didn't amount to anything. I think Lopetegui's potentially out of the door soon. And I said on a West Ham stream last night, in fact, that I'd like to see him go and try and not necessarily break the bank, because it won't cost that much, but I'd like to see him maybe go for Stuttgart's manager and try and entice him into the Premier League. Because I think someone like that would be a good appointment.
I've got one major question.
Go for it.
Do you think Doncaster will get a goal back into this game?
I'd be worried if we didn't, but I wouldn't be surprised after the last few weeks.
I think the first 5 minutes of the second half we're looking more positive, but we've just got to make an opportunity count. And you guys are defending really well. Bodies behind the ball, and we've seen so often this season.
It is weird looking at the camera angle that BBC is showing us and seeing fields behind the stadium. Because normally you'll see a great big stand.
Yeah. But yeah, Rach said the same. First 5 minutes, we have the confidence. We just had the corner, hopefully wanting to make it count, but nothing came of that. The changes seem to be working. Billy's having more of the ball. Ironside's kind of peeling off him a little bit. So I think opportunities will come. It's just making one of those count.
I think our attack can be related to Bradford almost, and I said this in the video that I made to the moment about Bradford. They need a striker who's like a partner who's different to Andy Cook, so that he can feed off that striker and vice versa. I think that's what we need to do. But Grant's already shut down the idea of playing two up front. All the time. He's already shut down the idea because that's not his formation. That's not his style of play. He doesn't play with two strikers. He plays with one, and he has the service to feed off of that.
Yeah,
I've got a Sunday dinner that's here, so I'm gonna bring it in, ready for the second half.
Yeah, there's a long time to go in this game, and I think.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that I can see Kettering score another goal.
Yeah, I think the longer it goes at 1-0, the more kind of chaotic Donny may become, or a bit frantic, probably trying to play passes that aren't really on, trying to force it a little bit.
Yeah, in that first half, when I was watching the game, the commentators did say something about the player Noel Williams, whose dad used to play for Watford. Am I right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I heard something about that, and that's sort of quite good to know.
There is a lot of EFL experience in the Kettering squad for sure. And I think that just helps kind of the younger members of the squad that have not played at that level yet.
Yeah.
They've got those people around them to kind of pull them through. So you've got plenty of energy. I mean, number 11
Although
there.
this is a bit funny to see. I think, would you say, is it a fourth tier group of Doncaster playing against seventh tier?
It is, yeah. Aids come in, Yorkshire puddings. Charles on it.
Yeah, can't go wrong with a bit Yorkshire puddings on a Sunday match. This is the point in the stream where we promote and advertise a certain brand of Yorkshire pudding. This is our sponsor for today.
Sponsored by Aunt Bess's.
Bistow.
Yorkshire puddings are quite nice.
Oh, they're lovely.
Sunday roast.
But no, we're 10 minutes into the second half, and it's much of the same from the first half at the minute, where we've had spells with the ball. We've looked okay. We've been going forward. We've been trying to force the issue a little bit, but there's mistakes in us where Kettering are then given an opportunity. Nat's in the chat as well. Good afternoon, gentlemen in chat. Good afternoon. Aid, not very professional talking with a mouthful of Yorkshire puddings, Charles. Luckily, this stream is far from professional, so we'll be all right.
Got a bit of gammon as well, so it's not too bad.
Ooh. I think we're on beef brisket a little bit later. It's in the slow cooker. Hopefully that should be there or thereabouts come the end of this game. Just got the veg to do and stuff, so looking forward to that. Yeah, hopefully it's a positive Sunday dinner. We're Rovers win and we turn this one around, but at the minute it's looking less likely as seconds pass on.
See, I'm all right with it either way, because I can either use it as a victory meal or as a therapy meal, so I don't mind either way.
What are your predictions for the other couple of games in the FA Cup today?
Do you know what?
I kind of got the Dagenham one right. I did predict it was 2-1 Dagenham, so I kind of got that one right.
Birmingham are 1-0 up against Blackpool, 16 minutes gone there.
I'm not surprised about that one. I predicted 2-0 for that one.
So we've got Burton Tamworth at 2 o'clock. Burton are not doing too well in the league, to be fair. I think they've only won one all season.
I think
Tamworth will win. I think Tamworth might just have to get knocked out of the tournament at this stage, because I think Burton might be able to just sneak a couple of goals past them. Yeah. And
I think Tamworth will win that one. I think Burton have really struggled to gel, even with the change of manager. In fact,
what about Reading and Harborough?
I think Reading will win that one, surely. You'd like
they said Solihull, Moors and Bromley, that's a National League tie.
I've got a little grudge with Harborough, because they knocked out someone that I wanted in one of the rounds, and that was Barry. So... But I liked the interview with their manager when the kids came in halfway through. I thought that was quite sweet and emotional.
Yeah. That's coming. Gammon. Oh, how the other half live.
Today's matches of the FA. With the FA Cup today, is that the last of the matches done? And then the draws tomorrow?
I think there might be one tie tomorrow. Have a look.
No, there isn't. I checked last night. Yeah, the rest of them are just today. It's just the draw on Monday.
So the round is complete today.
So what are your predictions for the Premier League today? Chelsea playing against Villa, Man U, Everton, Tottenham Hotspur, Fulham and Liverpool, Man City. Do you think Man City will lose their seventh game in a row?
3-0 Liverpool.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Wow. Yep, City are in pieces, and they need January to come sooner rather than later. If City can bring in the Rodri filler, someone like an Edison from Atalanta, and maybe an extra attacking player, we're a bit of quality about him. Can't see any reason why City can't do what they've done for 2 seasons in the past 4 or 5, and that's turn it around in the second half of the season.
I know my theory is not correct. I know it's not 100% correct, but I feel like Man City are too bothered and too worried about the charges they've got. They're now worrying about that and more about the football.
Well, I think when Pep's scratching himself in the face and blooding up his nose, I think that's a worry. Sabara off for Hurst.
Yeah. But what about Tottenham versus Fulham? Spurs should win that.
3-2.
Though Fulham are quite a good team as well.
Yeah, 3-2. I think there'll be goals.
So yeah, Gibson, Sabara's coming off for Hurst. 60
so I think
minutes.
It's like for like, isn't it, Dan? Hurst in the 10 role. Because they've stuck with the 4-2-3-1. I've just seen it. They've stuck with the 4-2-3-1. Emmanuel at right back and Broadbent in the midfield. And I think they might have drifted Sharp out wide a bit. I think potentially.
I think what we can see though is the first 15 minutes of the second half, the changes have made a little bit of an impact, but the game is pretty much the same as what it was in the first half.
Doncaster. They lost 1-0 and 2-0 in two of those games, but that was 2nd of September 2020, 2002, and 14th February 2003. So that was the last time these two sides met, which is a little while, to be fair.
Here's a
television. If you think about it,
I was going to say, here's a television stat. I think the last time we were on BBC before this game was actually the 5-1 against United of Manchester in the FA Cup under Darren Moore. In fact, no, last time, sorry, 4-0.
That's as for the prediction for Derby Wednesday later. It's a tough game, but Wednesday are looking all right at the minute. I'm gonna go 2-1 Wednesday in that one, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking at the past 5 matches for both sides. Doncaster 3 draws in a row, not the best, but then. Although I don't know how on earth they're drawing. But Kettering have won 4 of them, drawn 1.
So, camera's showing the Donny fans at the minute, and nobody's looking particularly happy with this.
Big up Maureen.
Faces. Rachel said 60 minutes in and we're so slow. Need to find some pace. Yeah, some pace, some space. Just
game really slowed down a bit.
Not performing how we at the levels that we used to. It's difficult to really put a finger on why. I mean, like I say, the changes have made a bit of an impact. We're moving the ball around better. Hurst on the ball now, driving forwards. He slipped over, nothing given. But
however,
Noel Williams is just
they have a bit
sidestepped Senior far too easily there, and is driving forwards, and we're struggling at the minute. We're struggling to contain the pace that Kettering have got moving forward in transitions. We lose the ball, and we're so slow to get back into shape and protect us.
We're making the same mistakes from the first half all over again.
That's exactly what I was just going to mention.
My Derby Wednesday prediction is 1-1, by the way. 1-1.
I mean, Noel Williams has picked that up in his own half.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to mention. Kettering, they do have a good bit of pace on their side.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's showing, mate, because like I say there, Noel Williams has picked that up in his own half and driven past 2 Rovers players, Senior and Bailey, I think it was. Well, it's been stopped, but it's taken him to the edge of our 18-yard box to really be able to kind of get in the way of him. Yeah, the longer this goes on, it seems like it's either just going to remain at 1-0 Kettering, or there's going to be a breakaway and the second goal will come.
Yeah, well, I was at the Northampton Kettering game in the first round, and well, it was an okay game to be fair. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Obviously, I was a bit disappointed when they scored because I thought we wouldn't win it, because I knew going into that game, I thought, nah, we ain't going to win this. It's a big tournament to play in. But we ain't managed to win.
I mean, like Rachel's just said, it says a lot when BBC are showing more of the fans and playing staff than the game itself. I think it has got very disjointed over the last 10 minutes or so, and I think it shows that we're having to fill that airtime with images of fans and the managers and things to try and keep the interest in it, because the football's not really been flowing this second half at the minute.
All right,
Yeah, we've got just under 30 minutes left of this game.
Yeah.
Fully refueled, ready for victory or therapy. Looking more like therapy at this point.
It is indeed.
It's another. If we lose today, it's another indication that we. It's another indication if we lose today that we need another striker. I'm sorry, but we need another player. We need 2 or 3 players in January.
Yeah, I was doing a Kettering Town career mode on FIFA the other day. I created a club. I think I did quite well.
Wow. 923 goals scored for Kettering in FA Cup history, which, if I heard right, that is the most.
Wow. See, the
Age
more
asking,
the stats...
no pudding?
Yeah. I had three Yorkshires. It would be you.
I think he's on about like dessert, Chal.
Yeah, sorry.
I think he's asking about dessert more than Yorkshire pudding.
No. I'm going to save dessert for tomorrow because I've got my induction tomorrow.
Nice.
Got a new job sorted for the Christmas period.
Good stuff.
So if you see me at Gulliver's Valley, I'll be there. Oh, good save. Just watching it back now.
That was a good chance for Doncaster to get back into the game from Hurst.
Well done, Hurst. At least someone's having a go from outside the box or near the edge of the box. Right, go on, Hurst.
Well, I'm going to head off.
All right,
no worries, Connor. We will probably have 5-10 minutes at the end of the game. So if you are around and you want to come on and say a few words, mate, you're more than welcome. Cheers, buddy.
I'll pop back on. Yeah.
So yeah, a bit of a wild shot from Hurst there from the edge of the box, and 66
I think
minutes.
it was actually one of the better efforts we've had in this game, to be honest with you, because we actually challenged the goalkeeper.
I mean, you look at the stats here, though, that are on the bottom of the screen. Completed passes, 253 for Donny, 58 for Kettering. It just shows that in the transitions when Kettering have won the ball, it's not like they've kept hold of the ball and tried to pass it through us. They've got it and driven. Noel Williams has got onto the ball and just run with it. And we haven't had an answer.
No.
Fortunately, one of those runs came to a good shot and a goal in the first half, but we're not making the passes count. We're not asking enough questions of the goalkeeper. I know he's just made a good save there, but really we've hit the crossbar and everything else has been pretty standard, pretty safe for him.
Yeah, we've not been at the races today. Let's be brutally honest. We've not been at the races today at all. We've had the effort, but we've not had the quality to get anything from this game at the minute. I can see Grant McCann's face. He's looking a bit frustrated again.
Yeah. Nathan, another car park shot. Supposed to be professional footballers.
Yeah, literally, it's looking less of a professional game and more like we're in a soccer and car park challenge.
I think a lot of it is frustration.
Oh, definitely.
They've come into the game with a plan. They've gone 1-0 down, and Kettering are playing a really good game. You can't get away from that. There doesn't look to be 69 places between these two clubs. And
no, definitely. It feels like 5.
It happens so often in the FA Cup. I mean, you see Premier League teams get knocked out by League Two teams. We've seen Premier League teams get knocked out by non-league teams before.
Yeah.
So stranger things happen. There's 20 minutes to go. We've got to.
What I will say is, if this is our knockout stage, if we do get knocked out today, there should be no excuses for the league and the BSM trophy. We should be going for both of them.
Yeah.
We've got no excuses.
It's a frustrating game at the minute, but we've got to keep faith. 20 minutes to go.
Trust me. I want to think positive. You know me, Dan. I want to try and think positive, but at the minute, there's not much apart from effort that can be positive about at the minute.
Yeah.
In fact, the last 4 or 5 games have been frustrating to some extent. They've not been 100% positive at all the last few games, which hopefully, because every potential league champion and every promoted side has their blip period. Hopefully, this last few games have been our blip period, and
Yeah.
we'll come on stronger. But you can
mean,
only
big
think
chance
of.
there's big chance there for Kettering. They played it across, and nobody's gambled at the back post. Whoever would have gambled would have had to tap in.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just not sticking at the minute. A touch there in the centre of the park. I think it was Bailey.
Yeah. Could you imagine if we got one of them Leighton Orient moments from yesterday and our goalkeeper wins it in added time? Jesus Christ.
Well, Nathan said if we score, we win it in extra time.
It just depends how we deal with the fitness levels. Because if Kettering start to tire with 10, 15 minutes to go, we should be throwing the kitchen sink at it, which is hard to say, but we should be throwing the kitchen sink at it and trying to get 2 goals.
We should, mate, but conversations need to be had, I think, because we seem to be saying the same thing over and over again where
we used to do that during the bad seasons.
It's taking us ages to get going. And
we said that during the bad seasons as well. We were saying the same things over and over again, and we just weren't getting anywhere. So I don't want us to fall back in that pattern, especially under this manager. Under other managers, it was harder because they weren't as experienced as McCann. They didn't have the tactical know-how like McCann. But when it's under a good manager like McCann, when you get these same frustrations over and over again, and you start having these conversations, it does feel hard having these conversations, or harder to have these conversations under a manager like Grant McCann.
There is that though, Chal. We're 4th in the league. This time last year, we'd have snapped everybody's hand off to be in that position.
Oh, absolutely.
Is the expectation a little bit too high? Are we? Do you think fans are basically feeling a bit entitled to be winning more games than not because of what happened at the end of last season?
No, I wouldn't say we're entitled. I wouldn't say it should be entitlement. My expectation this season was just to get promoted. If we didn't get promoted and didn't walk away with the Bristol Street Motors Trophy, if we're still in League 2 next season, it would be classed as a failure of a season because the expectation was promotion. And Grant McCann did tell us towards the start of the season that he wanted to aim for both the league and the trophy. So by his own expectations, it'd be classed as failure if we didn't. So I personally, I just match my predictions to the manager, and I try our best to get there as much as possible. There's frustration.
I don't think we're well positioned to have a push, though.
Oh, definitely. Like I said, 4th in the league at this point in time, with the fact we've only scored 22 goals, and the fact we're coming up towards the top 3 soon is brilliant. You know, I can't take away from that. We've had a great start. We've had a good start this season overall. We've kept up to pace with the top. We're in the knockout stage of the trophy. We're in this stage. Hopefully, the next stage of the FA Cup can push for an equaliser and a winner. The only slip up was a couple of concedable goals against Premier League Everton in one of the trophies. So, and obviously the odd league game here and there that was the odd slip up. But apart from that, we've had a good start to the season. I just want to see us hit that second and third gear now. I just want to see us hit those extra gears now. So I think we're starting to run out. I think what it is, Dan, and we've seen it the last few games. I think we're starting to run out the last bit of energy inside the first gear. Now we need to start hitting the second gear and use up all the energy in the second gear. Then step up into third gear during the business end of the campaign and use every bit of energy in that third gear to get us over the line. I think we're reaching the end of first gear. Now we need to insert gear number 2. That's my stance anyway.
My worry is we seem to be going over the same stuff where we're going 1-0 down against teams. You look at Bromley. I don't want to sound disrespectful, but Bromley and Salford were both 2 teams that if you've got aspirations of promotion, especially at home, you should be beating. Yeah. And we've been architects of his own downfall in both of those games, and to a certain extent the same in this game where the effort level's there, but we're just lacking that little bit extra, which I believe Kettering have had, where look at the press.
Does it feel one-dimensional to you? Does the style at the minute feel one-dimensional?
I think we're easy to play. I think we're easy to play against at the minute.
We're easy to be researched because we know exactly what we're going to do.
Yeah, I think we're so easy to play against, and any team that sits in and makes it difficult will get a result against us, and we need to be better than that.
Right, come on, whip this in.
So I've just read the chat. and we're already there. So I'm looking forward to watching this. I'm looking forward to watching this corner because obviously we're a couple of seconds behind. Corners Whitson from Molyneux, headed down, box in the box. Billy Sharp gets in, 1-1. Now this is going on 75 minutes. Come on. So let's have a quick look at the chat. We've got Scott Cheatham. Hi mate, just thought I'd pop in and say hello while watching the match. Good afternoon. You've joined us at a great time. Billy Sharp has just made it 1-1. Rachel said December is our busy month. We're in a good position heading into Christmas. We aren't going to be perfect all the time. Spot on. It's all about consistency. Ian Bradley, it's not happening today, lads. Having said that, 1-1. And then Rach comes in. Yes, Billy Sharp. Goal that. So I'm good at that. Did it on my vlog yesterday. So the ball, great header from Tom Anderson to get it into the mix. And Billy Sharp does what Billy Sharp does. He's controlled it well and
a little bit of a scramble
time and slotted it in between the defender and the keeper. There's nowhere else he can put that to actually get the goal. So 75 minutes, we're back in this game. Happy days. And Rachel saying, keep the faith. There we go. I'd say it must be north-south divide with a time lapse. So let's get this banner changed. 75 minutes. Billy Sharp makes it Kettering Town 1, Doncaster Rovers 1.
Yeah, it was a bit of a scramble in the box from the ball into the corner, and we finally scored from a set piece. Hallelujah! Yeah, a bit of a scramble in the box. Again, worked along the ground from aerial level to ground level. And Sharp just taps it in. He's a poacher. He's a fox in the box. Steps into the right area, gets it in the back of the net, does exactly what he needs to do and what his role is. So I think the changes of words. But again, I don't want to sound negative at all. But again, the subs have got us out of jail.
Nathan Wood, bloody hell, missed it. Only went for a piss.
I'm not trying to sound negative or anything like that when I say that. But at the end of the day, the subs have got us a result at the minute.
Football's a squad game, though. Cal.
Exactly. It's not about the 1 to 11. It's about the 12 to 20.
It's not being negative, being able to utilise the squad to its potential.
Exactly.
And I mean, to be fair, you say subs have got us out of trouble. The corner was from Molyneux. He started. The header backing was from Anderson. He started. And the finish was from Sharp. He started. So 3 of the starting 11 players have all contributed to that goal. Yeah, there's the subs which have kind of built up to the corner, but the 3 players directly involved with that goal all started the game.
I think they've been set. I think the setup's changed a little bit from the first half to the second half. I think the 3 players that started the game that are involved in that goal are involved in a different setup. So obviously we're going 2 up front. We are changing a little bit of the way we play. It's become a bit more controlled. We've looked a bit more comfortable than the first half. So I think the 3 players that have started that were involved at the goal sort of played a slightly altered role compared to the first half. That's kind of helped them with the subs that have come on to apply their trade alongside the players that started.
Yeah, Rachel said Billy's being a little bit naughty there. Yeah, there's a bit of a knock in the back.
To the goal scorer, funnily enough, as well, the guy who scored the Kettering goal, which is a bit ironic.
My dog's going mental, so if you can hear that, Connor's dropped back in. Good afternoon, Connor. Donny, we bring it back 1-1. What's your thoughts now? Obviously, you're fairly confident, thinking that 1-0 was going to be enough. Do you think you've got enough in the tank to get a goal ahead again?
Yeah, it's tough going so far. We're now having to try and score another one.
Yeah. Scott said it's hard when you're playing against teams with their cup final. They're always going to be well up for it, and I think we've seen that with Kettering. You guys have been so aggressive in the press. It's been high press. We've seen the stats with the passing. I think we've got about five times more passes. I think it was 53 to 258, something like that. But
all we need now is our goal scorer that got the winner against Northampton to turn up.
Yeah.
Is he in the lineup in any way?
What was his name?
I don't know. Who was it?
Was it Hooper Sordell?
I think it was
a young
Hooper.
lad, wasn't it? I'll have a look.
How's Bruno Andrade been for you guys? Because he was a brilliant player at Lincoln City, but I feel like he's dropped off a bit.
Well, yeah, he's been alright. He's not been that bad.
Yeah.
He's not been awful. He's not been the best
Right.
player in the world.
Okay.
Chelsea 1-0 up against Villa.
It was Luca
Ooh,
Miller.
nice.
Luca Miller and Niall Ranger who got your goals against Northampton.
Oh, Miller, there's Chelsea 1-0 up against Villa. Nicholas Jackson in the 7th minute.
Go on, Chelsea. I loved Stamford Bridge when I went there.
So yeah, 10 minutes to go in this one. Kettering 1, Doncaster 1. Really sharp
If
on
it has
75
to,
minutes back into the game.
It's quite nerve-wracking when it goes to like penalties or anything because it's really like who's going to win it situation.
Go on, bring it back. Bring it back. Oh, come on.
So we've won the ball back, and we're looking a lot more positive.
Look at the mud on Kelly. Look at the mud on Kelly's on the back of Kelly's shirt. It's like half
That's
brown.
got to be a pen. Has to be a pen.
That was soft. I'm sorry, that looked soft to me.
Just give a free kick.
That looked soft to me.
Why would he go down though?
Played
There's
up
no
to
reason
it.
for him going down.
I knew from first glance straight away that was soft. I saw it straight away from first glance. That was soft. I didn't look at it back, but that looked soft to me.
Replays here. Hurst it. Meh. I suppose he's got. Yeah, I think he's got it right there.
Yeah, he's got it.
Initially, I thought he got the wrong side, and his feet had got touched, but no, nothing there. Hurst, hang your head in shame. You've got the right side. Well, you've got the wrong side. The defender take the shot on, but instead he's tried to win a penalty and made himself look foolish there. Referee's got that spot on.
A bit like Lee Tomlin back at Bradford.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you could just put Benny Hill music over that and it's still hilarious. Shout out to Lee Tomlin though, doing well coaching at Leicester, I think, at the minute. So big up yourself.
Scott's asked, is it straight to pens or extra time? It's extra time, then penalties. Hopefully though, we've got 8 minutes plus injury time. Hopefully it's done and dusted either way.
There's no replays in the FA Cup early rounds anymore because the Premier League had a temper tantrum and we fed them the baby bottle.
But
sorry, not sorry.
Rovers have been in the ascendancy this second half. Kettering are looking on the back foot. A lot of people said it in the chat that they could run out of steam. They've had that energy for a long period of time, and Gary Hooper and Marvin Sordell are coming on to experienced players.
Here we go.
I'm just gonna mute myself and hang out here until the end.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
So that I can speak again. It's not. I thought to go through.
Yeah.
All the fuss to get on.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, so Hooper and Sordell are on now. Ranger off, and Wilson both off. Wilson looked a really good player, to be fair. He was pushing forward.
Yeah,
Rachel's gnome's made an appearance. We've got Paul Mayfield with his gnome.
Hey, go on, Paul.
Patrick's asking who got the yellow. It was Kyle Hurst for a dive. He's got the wrong side of the right side of the defender for us. Sharp is in behind, won the corner. Come on. Rach said that she thought it was a penalty, and then on the replay, definitely not. There was a little touch, but
I just need to get downstairs again.
Yeah, Wilson and Rangers subbed off to a standing ovation for Kettering. They've been brilliant. And to be fair, compare that to a couple of the ones that came off for us in first half. Jamie Sterry, for example, bit of a stinker and hooked, unfortunately, for Sterry.
Why can't we shoot on target from range?
I'm sorry. He was aiming. He was aiming for a bird. He's working for the Hunters Association. He's aiming for a bird.
Dreadful, absolutely dreadful.
Yeah, that's what we call cannon firing, not boot shooting. We have a third camera.
I
In
know. There we go.
Yeah, we have a third camera in the Big Brother house. Day 20, 2 p.m.
So what's your thoughts? Do you think Kettering will want to take this on to extra time or get it done in the 90?
Get it done in the 90, probably.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I didn't really want to get my face on camera. I knocked the button.
Oh, it's all right, mate.
Entirely your choice. It's entirely your choice. Everyone's entitled to a choice. Freedom of speech.
And people would make fun of me.
No, they wouldn't. We've got a lovely community.
Yeah, it's a good community.
We're a family club.
Always been a pretty safe space on the 72 review, and I'm seeing similar names on the in the chat that joined the 72 review as well. So all pretty kind people.
My community has always been a safe community as well. Apart from a couple of little people at the top of the star stand that like to cause trouble and not watch the match. But apart from that,
fine, I'll do a face reveal. I'll do a face reveal at full time.
Nice one. See, that's something to stick around for, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on this stream right now, and we'll get a face reveal at full time.
Well, yeah, full time could be in
5 minutes. How many likes? How many likes have you got on your stream?
I am not sure. 17.
Yeah, thank you.
17.
Yeah, which is good.
Okay, if we can get 20 likes, I'll do a face reveal.
There we go, guys.
My dad just got a screenshot of Paul Mayfield with the gnome, so I'm going to put it on Facebook and say, "Saw you on BBC."
That's a good ball on.
At first, I thought he was sending me a different scoreline. Go on.
I don't think
he was come on, Kyle. Should be doing better than that.
Not sure if Sharpie was offside there, but it's been given anyway. The flick on from Ironside. Yes, it was. Yeah. Probably the easiest decision the Linos had to make there.
Anyone in the chat want to see a face reveal?
Like Ray says, you're in safe hands on this one. Always fair and respectful, but it's entirely your choice, mate.
Look at the stare down between Noel and Sharpie. I'm a good bloke as well, Bales. I'm a good bloke and all.
So we've got 3 minutes left of this one, of the 90. It could well go on to extra time and penalties at this rate, but Donny are pushing for that winner.
By the way, I am a child.
Yeah. I think this is the thing, mate. If you're comfortable doing it, you're more than welcome to come on. But if not, just stay as you are and comment on the game. More than happy. Either way.
It's entirely up to you.
Rach is biased.
I can understand that.
Yeah, Broadbent's on the edge of the box now. We are pushing for the winner. It looks like Donny wanting to get this done in the 90 minutes, but
have we got subs left for the added time, for the extra time?
I think you might get one extra sub.
Okay. I'd look at bringing Clifton on for Bailey.
Josh Emmanuel's created himself a bit of space. He's got the ball in.
Go on, Josh.
Inside, easy for the keeper.
Kettering got substitution wise left.
I'm not sure, mate. I've not really been keeping track of who's come on and off for Kettering. I think Sordell and Hooper came on.
Yeah, it was the main two that came on.
Luke and Miller came on as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a chance that Miller could get the winner again.
Yeah.
Molyneux, what the hell was that?
I'm surprised they took Nile Ranger off because he's always got the chance of getting something. But yeah, a couple of minutes left.
Can I be brutally honest here about Molyneux? And I think part of the reason why he's been, I think part of the reason is because he's been double man marked. But I don't think Molyneux's been in the game as much as he should have been. If I'm being brutally honest, I would like to see more of Molyneux, and I think clinically as well. I think some of the shots he's had have not been good enough.
I think praise has got to be given to Kettering in this game, though, Charles. I think they've really applied themselves well.
They've done the research, definitely.
Yeah, the energy and the drive that they've put into this this first 90 minutes has been we've struggled to match it. Better second half.
Yeah, definitely. We've looked a bit more uncomfortable in the second half, but again, that could be our downfall, because if we get too comfortable, they can get more threatening.
So we're on, just ticking up to the 90th minute now. Kettering have got a corner. A horrible time to concede.
Come on, Donny, I'm wearing the classic Coppinger shirt here. We need to be winning. Channel your inner cops. I'll tell you what, that's
Okay.
I think Molyneux's probably the closest to Coppinger, but I think we need that Coppinger style player, someone who's technically gifted, who can hybrid between the middle and out wide. I think Kyle Lewis has the opportunity to be that, but we need that Coppinger with a bit of physicality in his technicality.
It's not done yet. 8 minutes extra time.
Oh my god!
Added time.
I don't think it should have been 8 minutes, but I know exactly why they've added 8 minutes. It's because of the whole drama of it all.
No, there's been a couple of injuries.
I'd have given it 6, to be honest. I'd have given it 6 or 7.
There was a goalkeeper injury, all the subs. There was a head injury for the left winger. So, yeah, 6
I'd have personally gone 7. I'd have personally gone 6 or 7, but fair enough.
Well, one of
I think there will be a face reveal today, seeing as it's 20 likes. I said after 20 likes, we'll get a face reveal.
Nice.
So, yeah, we're up to 21. So yeah, at full time we'll have a chat, see how the game's gone. There's still a few minutes left. Could be extra time, penalties.
I really don't want penalties, because I know sometimes we struggle in shootouts. I remember Crew already. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Christ on the bike.
It's been loads of stops while Chow was scoffing. So it did get to a stage in the first half where the cameras were panning around the fans and the playing staff more than the game itself, because it was so disjointed. So yeah, 8 minutes might be about right.
I keep expecting the guy with the trumpet to start playing Concerto di Araujo or something from Rasta or something.
So Rachel said this game's getting dirty. Don't mean the pitch either. Nathan, one Donny final push. Yeah, we've got.
Come on, kitchen sink
now.
Kitchen sink FC. Come on.
But the same will be coming from Kettering as well. They've got just as long to make history, haven't they?
Yeah, if it's going to be heart-wrenching. Either way, there's something to look forward to, because if we lose, we've got no excuse about the league and the trophy. If we win, we've got an exciting potential draw to look forward to and try and get further. So either way, we've got a point to prove. And we've got no escaping it either, because if we fail either way, we've got no escaping it.
No.
Any idea what the furthest Kettering have ever made it in the cup is?
I think it is actually the 3rd round. It's either 3rd or 4th, one of the two.
Oh, it's a great shot from White.
Good save from
Sharman Lowe.
Well done, Teddy. His contract runs out
because it can change. Yeah.
That was a great shot. It would have been a great goal as well.
Yeah. On the turn, first time volley. Yeah, he's done well.
Yeah, contract.
Pressure's getting put on.
His contract runs out at the end of the season. So he only signed a 1-year extension with Chelsea when he came on then with us. So is that a permanent option if we wanted to? If Chelsea were happy for him to take us permanently?
Possibly, yeah.
I know people say I'll learn to Tyler over Sharman Lowe, but if Sharman Lowe was available and learn to Tyler weren't, I'd take him on a permanent.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would.
Stop showing the crowd, BBC. Honestly. You're showing the crowd more than the game.
Let's hear it for the crowd, guys.
This ain't called crowd versus crowd. It's not. We're not meant to be watching the crowd. We're meant to be watching Kettering play Doncaster.
It's like a cutaway compilation shot of songs of praise.
Corners deep.
Oh,
York on the edge of the box. Oh, he's bounced up comfortably for Sharman Lowe to get us on the attack.
I'm doing the face reveal now.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Hello.
There we go. Hello. So,
now let's get it right angles.
So yeah, you guys, you played well. There's 4 minutes to go. It's looking like it's heading towards extra time. It's getting very disjointed. I mean, Broadbent's just
He
took a
didn't
swing
even
at
touch him, referee. Come on. He touched the damn ball.
But yeah, three minutes to go now, and I didn't really want extra time or penalties. It was a game that should
To
have
be
been
fair,
done.
he did actually only take the ball there.
Oh no, scratch that. His legs swung across him, didn't make much contact with the ball. Yeah, free kick.
I think the referee's not got too much wrong today.
Yeah, referee's been consistent in places. There's been a couple of odd calls, but I think when we looked back, it's been ideal. So it's been one of the better referees this season.
Yeah.
Did anyone see Summerville's goal that got disallowed in the Arsenal tie against West Ham?
Yeah.
It was quite a good goal, though. Just to dink it over the keeper. Well, I think he just didn't put much effort in because he knew it was offside.
I think some West Ham fans are a bit deluded when they say that the referee was their best player. I thought Saka was their best player, and I don't really rate Saka much.
So Donny have got a corner.
And it's not that I don't rate Saka. I do think he's a good player, but I think compared to someone like Vinicius Junior or Kenda, for example, I had this debate on Twitter yesterday. I think Kenda's a better player than Saka because I think he's more direct, more dangerous, runs at his defenders, isn't afraid to take players on. Don't pass it sideways on the channels. And I think he's a more dangerous player. But I think Saka's still a brilliant player.
Hopefully we get...
Yeah, I'm getting a bit nervous here thinking Donny could just score any of these shots.
Yeah. I'd have taken Saka on loan in 2018, to be fair. I think that kind of style of player at 18 years old would have been exactly what we needed down the channels. Because obviously he was in the Arsenal under-21s at that time, wasn't he, at 18 years old. So... At that age, it could have been someone he could have taken for a bit of experience, if need be. But I think he was too far close to the first team, to be fair, at that time. So there's a couple of Arsenal young lads that I'd take on loan potentially that need game time. Lewis Skelly. There's a defender called Maldini, funnily enough.
Maldini?
In the under-21s. I think his first name is Maldini, actually. There's an Armenian defender and an Italian. And then there's also Lewis Skelly in defensive midfield. I think Lewis Skelly would be a good loan sign, to be fair.
This is going extra time. I'm going to turn the camera off.
It's looking that way, isn't it?
Yeah. I think this is
here to Billy Sharp. He's managed to get through. That's a pull. Come on.
Go on, Billy.
Inside. What's he doing?
Billy.
Manuel.
Joe, you've got to score. You've got to score, Joe.
There's got to be something. I'm surprised that wasn't pulled back, though, because Billy Sharp's got the beating of the man. And then Ironside's just been penalised for a push. But the pull on Billy Sharp's shirt, if he's not been pulled back there, he's going to take that shot on.
That's should have been a free kick for us.
He's got the beating of the man. There's a pull. I think he takes a shot on. Ironside should have probably done better. Laid it off to Emmanuel, and it was well blocked out. But yeah, it's looking like extra time. Here we go. There's another half an hour of this, guys.
My dad's celebrating in the background as well. I hate that. Go away. Go away.
That was the opportunity, wasn't it? That was the opportunity. There we go. So 1-1 at full time. We go into extra time.
Much better second half.
I'm going to go get a drink.
No worries, buddy.
Yeah.
I'll stay on the StreamYard, saves the getting off it.
Yeah. Second half, much better than the first half. But final third still ain't good enough.
Yeah.
And if people think I'm harsh, fair enough. I respect your opinion. But in my opinion, final third ain't good enough at the minute. And we need to be much better than that. And I feel like I've become a more harsher fan. I feel like over the years, after experiencing so much rubbish over the Danny Schofield era and stuff like that, I think I've become a more harsher fan. But I think it's because I want to see the club reach higher standards, which is just me as a football fan. I want to see us win trophies and get promoted. So yeah,
there's two teams on pitch though, and I think Kettering have played really well. I think they've.
Oh yeah, not taking anything away from Kettering. Kettering's energy levels, considering where they are in the pyramid, and considering we're thinking, oh, the energy levels might tower in second half. Fair play to Kettering. They've kept those energy levels up spot on.
Yeah,
they've been brilliant.
Nathan saying, hopefully this is where the fitness comes through.
Yes.
Aid Weeper playing the piano again, but no, I won't.
we're gonna be live during the breaks between both halves of extra time.
It's only a quick turnaround for extra time, isn't it? There's no 15-minute break. So let's just
Go
have
on,
a quick
Grant,
look
lay into it.
At the stats. Possession over the 90 minutes. Kettering 31.3%, Doncaster 68.7%. Shots wise, we've had 20. Kettering have had 9. But of those shots on target, we've both got 5. So Kettering been much more efficient with their shots that they've had, getting them on target. For us, 25% accuracy is poor. That needs certainly improving. Shots off target, 10 to Kettering's 2. Block shots, Kettering have got 2 to Doncaster's 5. In terms of touches in the box, Kettering have had 8. Doncaster have had 31. Goalkeeper saves, 4 apiece. Fouls, we've been a little bit more dirty than Kettering with 14 fouls to Kettering's 9. And then corners, we've had more corners, 9 to Kettering's 5. So the stats are stacked in Doncaster's favour.
I'm back.
But the scoreline remains 1-1, and that's the only stat that really matters, isn't it? A fantastic finish for 1-0. Sharp Fox in the box from a corner. But yeah, we've hit the crossbar in the first half, and then it's just showing the Kettering chance to make it. I think that'd have made it 2-0 when he turned a volleyed, and Sharman Lowe's managed to palm it out for a corner. Yeah, decent performance by Kettering, and looks like the teams are pretty much ready to go again. So yeah, a couple of comments. Like I say, Nathan said, hopefully this is where fitness comes in. Rach said, I personally think Kettering won't have the legs for extra time. We need to do now. What we need to do now is use our professionalism and go on. A-test fitness will come in now. Scott said, fair play to Kettering. They put a right shift in. And Roy said, should be going on to win this game now. We've got Callum. Callum dropped in. Callum, are you Kettering or Doncaster, mate? Oh, he popped in, disappeared. Callum.
It looks like it's Chelsea.
He keeps on dropping in, dropping out, so we will.
To be fair, I feel like I've recognised that name because I think I did a few live streams years ago, and I think he tried dropping in and out and things like that, and I didn't really want people under a certain age on my streams at the time, so I kind of just didn't bring him in. Yeah.
But yeah, it keeps on dropping in, dropping out. Yeah, it's dropped out. Never mind. Yeah. Extra time has started anyway. Doncaster get us underway and get straight in on the press, and I think we just need to do what we did in the second half.
We look panicky. When we're getting pressed, we don't look comfortable, and we should be comfortable at this stage of the season, which is weird.
Yeah, like Nathan said, only downside now is for the Fleetwood game. So yeah, we're putting in an extra half an hour's graft here. We've got Fleetwood on Wednesday away from home.
Thankfully, McGrath's back for that one. Oh, come on. That's not a penalty.
Getting pulled all over.
Why are you playing it back, man? It was already through.
Yeah, referee should have probably played on there, but I think he's blown his whistle before Ironside's managed to wriggle free.
True.
That's not a foul. There was no arms there. It was.
That's a shoulder barge. You can't get done for a shoulder barge, ref. Come on, you know the game, or do you? I question.
I don't think he's really used his arm.
It's the same with Anthony Taylor. I've noticed a lot of Arsenal games have Anthony Taylor as the referee, and I'm not quite keen on that.
Yeah, it's quite funny, to be fair, because Arsenal think the referees are against them and stopping them winning trophies, which is not true because they've not been good enough either. But it's quite funny they're talking about referees when they've got a referee literally in their back pocket half the time. So, a bit hypocritical, Arsenal fans, top gooners.
Yeah, this game is far from.
Is there on chance always a backup referee in case something happens to not the original referee?
I don't
Surely
know.
there is.
We've had questions.
Isn't it?
Yeah, we've had questions about a few of our officials in games because I can't remember which game it was, Dan, but I question whether it's in the EFL rulebook if a referee from the same region as our opponent can referee their games, even though they're at our ground. Like, so, for example, the
But I mean, like,
Salford-
if one of the
yeah. So for the Salford game, for example, I think it was Salford. We had a referee from the Lancashire area, which was nearby the Greater Manchester area. And we question whether we could have that referee in a Salford game, even though it was at our ground.
I think it only matters if the support a club, because they'll have like the referee adjudicators and stuff, so they'll be getting kind of tested and reviewed on a game to game basis. So I think if there's any contentious decisions or some like clear wrongdoing, then it'll be reported on. So I don't think kind of regionalised kind of refereeing matters all that much. Obviously, you'd never have a Donny Rovers fan refereeing a Donny Rovers game because there would be a natural bias there. But I don't think somebody from Yorkshire's got any sort of negativity against a Lancashire team if they're professional.
Yeah, no, I get you. Just want to use
Like
this
Scott
quick
said, they just have to declare who the support.
Yeah. Just want to use this quick opportunity just to tell you guys about the Baller League that's starting in February. It's like a modern rules of football combined with FIFA Street style league. It was famous in Germany. It's coming to the UK in 2025. It's also coming to the US. Our UK president is KSI. The US president is iShowSpeed. It's a mix of legends of the game and influencers managing teams. People who had trials in the past are involved as players. People can apply if they think they're a bit of a baller, if they've got some experience. Apply. Ballerleague.uk, I believe, is the website. I'm going to do a video on it, I think, next week about it, and then hopefully try and get in touch with the league to try and cover the draft combine. So fingers crossed on that.
1 to 0. What do we think of that, guys?
But yeah, Baller League, a new era of football coming in 2025.
Nice. Manu 1,
Manchester United 1, Everton 0. What do you think of that, guys?
Go on, United.
I think he'll need time to get that squad going. I think he'll need to bring his own players in as well to get kind of that style of play up and running.
I feel like he's just going to be bringing in the issue.
I was quite worried when I heard reports that he might be having to use the majority of the squad that he's got, because I'm sorry, at least half of that United squad do not play the same style as Amarim. So he needs to be moving players out. He needs to be bringing players in. He needs at least 2 or 3 transfer windows. If he can turn it around this year and try and sneak an FA Cup or something at the end of this season, I think that's a good first start. And then the first full season, try and get a Europa League or whatever European competition you're in if need be. Yeah.
Rachel said it's like saying Billy Sharp wouldn't play the same for Rovers if we ever came across Sheffield United. He'd still want to play to the best of his ability. So refs want to keep professional and progress their own career. So yeah, if you're refereeing down in League 2, you want to get to the highest level. You want to be refereeing Premier League games. So if you're from Lancashire and you're refereeing a game with a Yorkshire team in there, it shouldn't really matter because you wanted to do the best you possibly can and referee at the highest level.
Mind you, at least half the Premier League referees don't deserve to be refereeing at Premier League level.
It's an hard job, isn't it? I think consistency is the key that we say a lot. Like if there's poor decisions, you want those poor decisions to be consistent for both teams. So
the one thing I want to see with referees, I want to see it become mandatory that either before a match, half time, or after a match, there is one referee interview per game every week.
I think that'd be useful just to kind of give fans an insight into why decisions are made.
Exactly.
Chelsea 2, Aston Villa 0.
Go on, Chelsea. Literally at the minute, there's not even rules. There's literally rules in place where they can't even speak to a referee after a game. Like they can only speak to him just afterwards in the referee room, but they can't speak to him like after the game's done, stuff like that. And the media can't speak to the referees either. It's ridiculous. It's just protection.
Yeah.
See, look at us here talking about Premier League referees. That just shows the first few minutes of extra time have not been as fast paced as we needed to be.
Yeah, 6.5 minutes gone. Nearly 7 minutes now. Not much has happened, has it?
No, it's been very scrappy start.
Yeah. Don't think there's been a shot at goal.
No, I think we're just finding out. I think we're just finding our feet. Kettering are trying to keep their fitness levels to a standard where they can maintain it over 30 minutes and try and not get too bloated.
I can feel a goal coming soon for Kettering. I can feel it.
That worries me and that scares me.
I hope you're wrong, Connor. We don't want that.
Yeah, that worries me. That terrifies me. I'd much rather us get into that than Kettering.
Because we want Donny to win, don't we? We don't want Kettering to win.
No, I want that big tie. I want us to put Super Duper Mick in the dirt in round 3. Or I want us to put Ange's naive Spurs defence to the test a bit. Well, actually, no. With our goal scoring at the minute, we're not putting much people to test at the minute.
Yeah. I mean, Rachel's asked for thoughts on extra time so far. I think it's been very stop-start. I think it's now 2 teams that don't want to put a foot wrong and lose the tie. I like to think that we're going to force it a little bit more. I do think energy and fitness should come into play, but we saw them against Northampton, took it to extra time and did well. But Hurst has got an opportunity here. It's now Emmanuel with the ball in, defended well. Yeah, it's just not quite falling for us.
Just like the first half a minute.
Yeah. Josh Emmanuel now plays it through. Billy Sharp beat his man. That's a great defense.
Shot from you guys. Good shot from the Doncaster.
Clearance. So close for us. Well done to the Kettering defender there. It's coming, isn't it?
Come on, Rovers. Let's get ourselves into the hat in round 3 and just sort it.
Andre. Come on, Kettering. That's mad. I'm sure that's a Northampton badge.
Yes, it is. It's the gold anniversary badge from recent seasons from Northampton.
Hurst with a chance.
For a second, I thought the N looked like a K, but it's me going blind.
Oh, we're trying to play that killer ball. There was opportunities.
We're overplaying it again. This is what I mean. We're overplaying it again. We're overthinking our decisions.
Kettering are clearing everything that's getting thrown in at the minute. That was not a foul.
That was a poor pass and a soft foul.
I would agree. It's soft foul.
Oh.
If I had to, Luke Miller kicked our player there.
Yeah.
I know I'm a Kettering supporter, but I'm not going to just say that's definitely foul just because they're Kettering.
So we've got the replay of the chance here. Billy Sharp's done really well, and Molyneux first time shot and just cleared off the line. Fantastic defending.
Well done, defender.
Big opportunity, great defending. Nowhere near over the line.
Yeah, we don't need goal line technology for that.
No.
I don't need to bring out the Shell VAR to confirm that at all.
Is there even VAR in FA Cup at this stage?
Not at this stage, no.
I think it only comes in with Premier League teams, doesn't it?
Which is a bit biased, if you ask me.
Yeah, if you're at a Premier League ground, then you'll have VAR. But then obviously, if Arsenal played Kettering in round 3 at Kettering, there wouldn't be any VAR. But if it was at the Emirates, there would be.
Yeah.
Nathan said more chances to come, hopefully, for Rovers. Yeah, it seems like we're starting to find gaps now.
Come on, Jack.
Yeah, you are. You're trying to find the way through our defence.
Yeah, big 20 minutes coming.
Here on the left-hand side.
If you could pick out a man of the match, Dan, for Rovers at the minute, who would it be? Because at the minute, I just think it's probably either Sharp for the goal or Sharman Lowe for the saves.
I think Tom Anderson's had a good game, mate. I know he didn't get close enough for the goal.
He's done all right.
Defensively, it's been all right. I think he did well to. Is it the crossbar from a set piece? He headed it back in for Sharp, so I think he's been involved.
I wouldn't say we're looking at 8 or 9 ratings. I think we're looking at maybe 7 and 7.5s at the minute.
Yeah, there's not really been a standout player today for me, for Donny. I really liked number 11 for Kettering. I think Wilson may have been his name. I thought he looked really positive.
Yeah, he's been good. Again, where's the gaps for? Look at the gap for Kettering there in the middle.
Man United 2, Everton 0.
Come on, United.
Rach feels sorry for the kit man. Needs plenty of vanish. Nathan, just need to do it as a giveaway. Saves washing them.
Washing machines live longer with Calgon.
Oh, nobody at the back post to finish that off, but Bailey's getting into this.
Come on,
Josh Emmanuel.
Now that I've said I feel a goal coming for Kettering, now I feel a goal coming for Doncaster with how dangerous they've been.
I'd bring Bailey off for Clifton. Bailey's looking a bit sluggish now. I feel like Bailey's starting to look a bit. You looked at the way when he went for that ball, and was it Bailey that went for that ball or Senior?
Senior.
I'm
surprised foul wasn't given earlier than that though, because he pushed Joshua Manuel, both hands in his back, and it's.
But then
Clive got a hat-trick of penalties yesterday for Crystal Palace. No, not for Crystal Palace, for Bournemouth.
Yeah,
hat-trick of penalties. Not very often you see that.
No. I think there's a couple of penalties in the Arsenal game, and there could have been another one that could have got given.
Patrick saying that the ESPN Plus commentary is very biased. They want an upset. I think everybody wants an upset, don't they? When it's not their team.
Of course, ESPN want the upset. They're based in America. They want glory stories.
Thing is, though, every FA Cup game,
Blackpool have scored. It's 2-1 Birmingham.
Wow.
Blackpool are on their way back.
I mean, every FA Cup game I watch where there's an underdog, I go with the underdog. But obviously, being a Donny fan, it's the only time where I don't want the underdog to win. So
if this was Rotherham, I'd want Kettering all day.
Oh, yeah.
Mind you, I think Kettering would beat Rotherham now.
I think, to be fair, mate, any other EFL team playing Kettering today, and I'd be on Kettering's side, but not against my own team. Don't want the underdog.
Of course not. I think Kettering would beat Rotherham.
Oh, the chat.
So someone's saying 2-1. Someone's saying 2-1, but I don't know where. Hang on 1 sec.
So we've got a corner.
Corner.
The referee is telling...
corner. Molyneux. Come on. Please tell me this. Please tell me we score from a corner. Hallelujah. Praise to Jesus. Please tell me we score from a corner.
Molyneux with the ball in.
Go on, Molyneux.
Billy Sharp again. Gets in.
Yeah!
Oh my God.
Oh, 1 minute.
On.
1 second. Referee's whistling.
What?
Oh no, I think he's just telling Billy Sharp to get away. Get in. Billy Sharp makes it 2-1, and this has not been the easiest game to watch. It's not been the easiest game to get by, and there's still 15 minutes yet, and it's a chance now, Connor, for Kettering to literally throw caution to the wind to get back into this one and take it to penalties. You said you could feel a goal coming. I think we started to turn the screw a little bit more. It's an important 15 minutes now. Just didn't quite clear the lines. Billy Sharp takes one shot on, and again, defence didn't quite clear the lines. It's just fortunately gone back to Billy around the penalty spot, and he's just driven it low past the keeper to make it 2-1. We never score from corners, and we scored from 2. Nathan's just said it, 2 corner goals in the same game.
We were talking all the time about lack of set-piece goals and set-piece threat as well. We've jinxed it in a good way. I just hope we don't jinx it in a bad way now for the last 15 minutes. Look at the smile on Sharp's face now as well. Jesus Christ, that man is happy. Yeah, he needed those goals. He's been lacking in goals this season. He needed those goals, definitely.
Yeah. Aid, Billy to the rescue again. Worth his weight in gold, certainly is. So it's half time, extra time. It's Kettering 1, Doncaster 2. There'll be a quick turnaround. Just before the whistle, we go 2-1 ahead. And it's a massive 15 minutes now, isn't it?
Massive. It's absolutely massive. I get what the comments are saying about Billy Sharp. He is worth his weight in gold. He does come up good when needs be. I won't shy away from the fact that the first half he was a passenger. Second half he got the goals that we needed to get back in this game. So he's a clutch player. He comes up when needed to. He can be a passenger in one half and come up clutch in the second. So at the end of the day, he comes up when needs to. It's not his best performance overall in terms of the performance individually, but he has come up with the goods. He's scored a couple of goals, and he's done all right in the second. From the second half onwards, he's done all right. So I can't criticise him much.
Yeah, a couple of comments have come in. Rach, right, Rovers, this is ours to lose now. Let's not try to make this hard work.
Yes.
We are Doncaster Rovers. I'm sure it won't be the easiest
Look
of
at
15
McCann
minutes
though.
to watch.
Look at McCann, 2-1 up and already getting stuck back into him in the pause, just getting into him into the heads, making sure they don't throw it away. That's an elite manager. Yeah. That's why I nicknamed him Don Granchelotti.
Granchelotti.
Don Granchelotti.
Nathan Ward said, no offence, but it's only Kettering. We haven't been great overall. I think the stats show that we have been relatively dominant, but we've not had that killer instinct again. Another game where it's been kind of huffing and puffing to get a result. But yeah, Sharpie doing sharp things. Billy, luxury player, but the player that you definitely want in your team. And that's exactly what we're signing for.
I agree.
Connor, thoughts on this 15 minutes? How do you think Kettering will approach it?
Don't mention it. I'm just not happy with their performance.
Not happy with the performance. I think it's been a good performance, to be fair.
No.
No?
Really? Nice standards.
I think to come up against a team 69 places above you. I don't think you've really give a bad account of yourself. I think you've asked us questions. I think you've put us under pressure. Up until Sharp equalised in the 75th minute, I was fearing the worst. And I think you've got 15 minutes now really to dig in and try and get a goal back. And I think if you do get that goal in these next 15 minutes, it goes to penalties. I think so. The tide may turn in your favour. It's down to Donny now to be professional and either get another goal.
Well, looking at the stats, I found out Kettering has scored 52 of their last 60 penalties.
Wow.
There you go. So if it goes to penalties, it's
Kettering.
Not in our favour.
Yeah, because the last time we took penalty shootout was the man we brought in that ripped it up on the wings for most of the second half of last season, fell off in the last couple of league games and missed his penalty, and then went back over to Salford this season with no ramifications apart from us. So I don't really want to repeat that situation, to be honest.
So Noel Williams, goal scorer for Kettering's, run his race today.
Actually, don't take it. Why are they taking our goal scorer?
But Andrade's on, who's a very good player.
Bruno.
And York's come on for Fifield as well. So a couple of fresh legs on for the last 15 minutes, which could
see, why did they do that at the start of the second half of extra time? Why a minute and 50 in?
Yeah, I don't know. So we've got Andre. They've definitely proven why they're in the FA Cup, and they're a great counter-attacking side. So I wouldn't be surprised the series crosses in the last 15. So yeah, yep. I think we've still got to be on our game this last 15 minutes to ensure that we come away from Kettering with the win as it is now.
I want us to get one more goal. I want one more goal to kind of shore it up.
Game's certainly not done. Kettering played well, forced the issue, tried to win the game, and hope they will do.
I know
well
I was right last time, but I'm not 100% sure this time. Still another goal.
Yeah, I want to see us score a third goal now. I don't want us to just sort of sit on our sword.
No, I want to see Kettering get some late equaliser, make it 2-2, and then it goes pens.
I think that adds to the drama, doesn't it? Certainly.
And of course, football loves drama.
Yeah.
No, I need us to score another goal in this second half and just kind of share it up for me. I don't want us to kind of sit on a 2-1 because 2-1's a dangerous score. I think 2-0 was a dangerous scoreline anyway, so I don't see any reason why 2-1 isn't more dangerous. So I'd rather get a third goal and kind of just wrap it up. If you get a fourth as well, really put them to the sword. That'll really impress me. But yeah, try and get another goal in the second half and just wrap it up.
Chelsea 2, Aston Villa 0 at half time.
Well done, Chelsea.
They're doing all right, Chelsea, at a minute, aren't they?
Yeah, fair play to
So I'm just going to be a score updater, Anna.
No, that's fine.
I loved going to Stamford Bridge a year or so ago when Chelsea played Newcastle at the end of the season. That were a really good experience because I was doing camera work for Chelsea Fan TV. I was the cameraman for their last fan cams of the season. So I met up with Lewis, got to meet Petr Cech, Roy Dixon. I got to meet Aubameyang as well, and they had a spare ticket. So they sorted out the travel for me, etc., and they also paid for they also sorted out a spare ticket as well. So I got to go inside Stamford Bridge. So
good stuff.
Proper good experience.
Nathan's come into the chat. He said, "Sorry, Connor, but Rovers fans do not want penalties. No, we don't. We're not particularly good at them. I think the last 2 penalty shootouts we've lost with Crewe and the Manchester United under 23s.
Yeah.
So penalties. Penalties are certainly not our strong point at the minute. Got a couple of good penalty takers in Ironside and Sharp. But yeah, overall, I would, especially how the game's kind of.
Why are we keeping it in the corner flag with 10 minutes? Wow.
Yeah, I think how the game's in the balance at the minute at 2-1. I think Kettering make it 2-2, and the positivity would just kind of drain from Doncaster and be all Ketterings, and they go into the penalties full of energy, full of vigor, and then probably end up winning it. But yeah, I think
which I don't want to happen at all.
No, but we've got 10 minutes now where I think Kettering are just going to chuck absolutely everything at us.
But yeah, fair play to Kettering for getting the electronic billboards up.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Last 10 minutes, give away a silly free kick. We do indeed.
I'd like for us to have some permanent electronic billboards if we could afford it. That'd be really good because I liked it when it was on display on Sky.
I think last time we had a conversation about it, I think the ones that were available were probably too high because we've got the disabled seating at the bottom of the east stand and the bottom of the south stand. I think it made the vision for anybody who was in a wheelchair. I think it made it really difficult.
Yeah.
But Kettering with the ball in here, it's deep, it's over everybody, it's out for a goal kick, and hopefully Donny can just continue to manage this game a little bit. But
we stuck it in the corner flag with 10 minutes to go of this half, which is a bit weird. But I can see why they've done it to an extent. But I'd like us to go for it and try and get one more goal.
It's just about gaining seconds now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Teddy will take his time. It won't be too we play out from the back a lot, but I think we've seen a lot more long ball from Teddy.
Yeah.
And with his kicking and what he did against Bradford with his long balls, you could see why they're doing that. So I can see why they've kind of gone with that.
Oh, Hursty, why are you not taking that shot?
Go on, Cal. Oh, Hurst, you've got to be selfish in that situation, man.
Why on earth is Hursty not taking that shot on?
I get being a team, but you've got to stand out as an individual, as part of a team. That's not what the best football teams do. You stand out as individuals, as part of a team unit.
Yeah, for me, that was a really good bit of football. Teddy Sharman-Lowe's hit it long from the goal kick. Ironsides won the flick on, and then Kyle Hurst seems to be in acres of space. He's beat the defender, and it seems like he's one-on-one with the keeper. Just he could have put his foot through it and tested the keeper, and he's tried to square it to Sharp for a bit of an easier tapping, maybe.
It was good marked.
Yeah, the ball wasn't a great one. I think we've missed an opportunity there to potentially put this game to bed.
I really did have faith in Kettering, but now they've just lost all faith from me.
No, there's time, Connor. There's always time in football, mate.
Sharp had a man marked on him as well. He had someone on him. I think Carlos had the better opportunity. This is the thing that frustrates me sometimes with the wingers. Gibson's too selfish and Hurst is too supportive. They need to both be the opposite at times.
Yeah. I mean, Teddy's done well there.
It's like Freaky Friday. It's like Freaky Friday. They need to switch back bodies and do what they need to be doing. Comment down below if you've watched Freaky Friday. It's a good movie.
We've got 7 minutes left. Kettering are starting to pump the ball forward now, which could leave gaps at the back for us to exploit. Like Rachel said, we're becoming a little bit shaky. It's been more Kettering in the last few minutes, and I think it'll be much of the same for the remainder of this second half.
Just don't make the same mistake as Salford in the first half, where we went down to their level, to hoofball level. Don't go down to Kettering's level, because they're more suited to that style, and they will just beat us on the break every single time. Play the way we play the style we can play to break their style down, and just get that last goal and wrap it up.
Yeah.
Can't play at their level, because we can't play at the level of someone who knows that level better than we do. Because
it'll struggle playing at our level sometimes.
That's fair. We need to do a watch on for the Fleetwood game, because this has been enjoyable for my Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, it's been good. I'm not sure what I'm on Wednesday. I'll have a look, see if it's something that we can.
There's like 6 minutes left.
Yeah.
You'll
have to let me know, Dan, if you could do watch-alongs for Fleetwood, Gillingham and Barrow. Because, like I said, all three of them are on Sky. Obviously, Grimsby, we're going to be in the ground anyway. But
get something here in the next 16 minutes. I think they'll do well.
Yeah, 5 minutes of extra time plus any additional, but there's not really been any stoppage as of this half, so I can't see it being more than 1-2 minutes. I think there was a sub. But yeah, we've got a bit more time just to see this game out. But yeah, they're just showing Sharp's 2 goals and his typical Billy Sharp, fox in the box. He's won us this game, hasn't he? He's got man of the match from BBC Sport, Emirates player of the match. He's Billy Sharp for his 2 goals, and I don't think he's too far wrong with that. He's won us the game, hasn't he? With the 2 finishes.
Yeah, I'd have gone with either Billy or Teddy, but I think Billy deserves it for the couple of goals that he's done to bring us back in this game. So, clutch player, turns up in the right moment, turns up in the big occasions in matches. He came up clutch for us in one of them draws as well. So at the end of the day, he's come up clutch in the last 2 out of the 3 games. So, so at the end of the day, you need your clutch players when you need it. So I think he deserves it. But I'd have given it to Teddy. If it wasn't Billy, it'd have been Teddy. Because I think he's made some good saves.
What a chance that was.
Firing it into the next door neighbour's car park.
Big chance. I think it was a corner, to be honest. I'm surprised it's been given as a goal kick. Looked a lot of frustration from the players.
No, I saw it. It was a clean strike over the top. It went into next door neighbour's back garden. So at least got some free balls to play with in the back garden for the next week.
Yeah. Like the commentator said, maybe the fatigue has started to kind of take the game away from Kettering a little bit, and they put a hell of a lot of effort. There's a chance here, though. Sordell.
Oh, dude, don't get Sordell.
Oh, what a chance.
Oh, well done, Teddy.
Well done. Said Jack Senior's had a good game. Ironside's made a difference to the second half since coming on. Yeah, definitely. There's one knock-ons and things, but Kettering
can get really emotional when the team doesn't win.
Ironside's got better as the half wore on. Senior for me didn't start out the greatest, but got better in the second half. I think both players got better in the second half, but first, obviously, Ironside weren't on the first half. I think first half Senior were a bit average, to be honest.
Headed clear. There's another big chance for Rovers to put this game to bed. Scrambled away from goal by Kettering, but we're forcing the issue now.
I've got to say, Kettering, apart from conceding the 2 goals, they have done quite well defensively.
I think they've been fantastic, mate. You can hold your head out. You can hold your head high with this performance. It's been good. You've asked plenty of questions of us. You've forced the issue, and I think without those 2 goals from Billy Sharp, we'd been
Clifton.
Very, very. We'd be in trouble. Michael said, "Please no 2-2." I hope that's wrong because we are slightly behind.
Mulling you off for Clifton, so a bit more balance in the midfield, adding another bit of extra energy in that midfield as well. I think we're going to take the width out of the game now, try and force it down the middle, and try and see it out through the centre for the rest of the match now.
Yeah.
So a bit more central action. Clifton's got the energy as well through both boxes, so right change. Molyneux did better in the second half, but again, I don't think it's been his best game today. He's had a number of chances that should have been better, but overall, he has done all right today. Molyneux's done all right, but I think overall, in terms of quality of chances, it's not been the best today.
Yeah.
That might sound a bit harsh, but I'm just analysing overall.
So I'm thinking Michael isn't giving us an idea of that it's gone to 2-2. He's bet on Rovers in extra time. So I'm thinking he's praying that it doesn't go to 2-2 in the next minute. And Rachel said, if we win this, then we've done what we needed to do. We've successfully negotiated a potential banana skin, which is
If this was Danny Schofield, we'd have lost it.
Yeah.
Which is sad because I did think Schofield had potential as a head coach, but he just didn't. I think it was too soon anyway.
Oh, almost came away with that. But yeah, time's ticking away for Kettering. I suppose the clock seems to be running a lot quicker for you, Connor, than what it is for us at the minute. It seems to be ticking down very slowly, whereas for you, you're probably looking at that and thinking, where's that 15 minutes gone?
We don't. This is extra time, Michael, but it's not going to be penalties at the minute.
Hopefully not. 1 minute of added time. So yeah, it's just a case of trying to keep it at this end of the pitch.
Man United 3, Everton 0.
Go on, United.
So it's getting a little bit frantic.
The big TV in my other room is literally like 30 seconds ahead of me.
Ball's in the back of the net, but
yes,
a player was offside on the build-up. It might have been Clifton.
Why?
I've just seen my big tally in the other room, by the way, and apparently it's hit full time, I think.
Good stuff. Yeah, Sharp was offside. Clifton's put it in the back of the net, but job done. We're 10 seconds away from the final whistle.
But that's just giving me the thumbs down as a bit of a thing, just to make me angry.
And that is it. Final whistle, job done. Thank God. We're still a couple of seconds away on the video that we're watching. Kettering crossing, header cleared, and that is game over.
Job done.
We will take that for sure. It's not been the easiest of game to navigate, but we got there in the end. 1-0
right,
going into half time.
Super duper Mick, we're coming for you.
So Nathan said, thank God, lucky we got away with it, and I think that'll probably be the general consensus for many Rovers fans. It's a job done. We've done what was needed. We made hard work of it, but I think credit has got to go to Kettering. They made it difficult. Played really well, and unfortunate not to be in the hat for the round 3 draw. So Connor, we wish you all the best in the league campaign. Obviously, you're doing well in that, top of the table at the moment, performing really well in there. So hopefully you get promotion and it's a step further closer to league football. And he said, good watch along, Dan. Well done, mate. Thank you so much. These guys have made it a little bit easier. Rachel said, sorry, Connor, your team have done you proud and wish you all the success for the future. So yeah, we are a nice community and we do wish you all the best for the future. Today was maybe just one step too far.
I think Kettering will win their league title. I think they're probably the best team in that division from what I've seen. So
yeah, I don't know if Connor's still here or if he's frozen.
I think his head's gone.
Yeah, he's frozen out. We'll take him out till he comes back. But yeah, Aid said expected a tough match from a good Kettering team. They were indeed. They put us to the sword for the large parts of that game, didn't they? We will have a quick look at the stats to round off. Just find them.
Jesus Christ! Look how many shots we've had. I'm not looking at XG, by the way. I don't look at XG because I don't want to see the expected stats. I want to see the actual stats. But I don't believe in XG. But yeah, we've had a lot of shots.
So I will get this screen shared.
Yeah, apparently Billy said at our time the words made the difference. So again, McCann, Don Grancialotti with his tactical insight. I just want to see the meme picture now in front of Real Madrid Stadium with Don Ancelotti and the massive cigar from Out of Context Rovers.
So Rachel said, like Billy just said, they had words at half time and it made the difference. Billy was man of the match, well deserved, and that is it. Connor's back. So just quick look at the stats before we round this one, this watch along off, and I can get cracked on with my dinner because Charlie over bed and water.
Yeah, I'm literally going straight back into an edited session this afternoon after this. So.
How do you do, right? So attendance, confirmed attendance 2,803. I think 500 of those were Doncaster fans. That's a good attendance for non-league. Like we say, Noel Williams got Kettering started on 30 minutes with a wonderful goal. High press made Patrick Kelly kind of lose out on the ball. Noel Williams picked it up and a wonderful goal into the bottom left-hand corner. But then Billy Sharp, after half-time, a couple of changes made. 75 minutes, he got us back into the game, which then took it on to extra time, and then he got the second goal as well. Looking at the stats, 35.1% possession for Kettering, 64.9% for Doncaster. So we had much more of the ball, much more shots, 24 shots, 8 on target. But Kettering, 7 on target to 13 shots. So Sharman Lowe was just as busy. And then shots off target 10-3 and block shots 6 and 3.
Harbour Town beating Reading 2-1.
Jesus Christ! Wow.
Well, touches in the box. It shows that
Albion and Tamworth 0-0 with 39 minutes gone. Birmingham still leading away from home in Blackpool 2-1 with 76 minutes gone. Lovely. Bromley and Solihull Moors versus Bromley starts at 3:15.
Yeah, that's in half an hour, isn't it? Also, but yeah, touches in the box. Donny were much more positive. 41 touches in the opponent's box, whereas Kettering had 12. But Sharman Lowe made 6 saves compared to Kettering's 4. And we're much more dirty with 21 fouls to 13 and more positive on the corners as well. So, all in all, a fairly. I think it's a fairly even game, and I think Kettering fans can be proud of what the team's delivered there.
Yeah, I think
any final words?
Yeah, like I said, overall, I think the subs and the performance in the second half compared to the first half kind of got the job done. I think if the game was based on the first half, we'd have probably lost that. And yeah, at the end of the day, the clutch players stepped up. They knew they had to have some wise words at half time. Our manager did that, and we got the job done. Like I said, I want Super Duper Mick now in his 5-face pan in round 3. So we can put that 5-face pan in the bin and set it on fire. So, yeah, I think that overall we got the job done. And yeah, hoping for a good draw in round 3. Like I said, I want Super Duper Mick in his 5-face pan in the bin. Yeah, big up Lee Gunner, because he's an Arsenal fan that tells it how it is.
Connor, you're probably disappointed not to make round 3 with Kettering, but you've got to be proud of that performance as well, taking a League 2 team to extra time after taking a League 1 team to extra time as well. Any final thoughts on the tie as a whole?
Well, I'll have to shoot off soon, but anyway, I've got to say, I think it's a good performance. The goal by Noel Williams, quite good. A nice build-up, and it looks like it went in. Billy Sharp did quite well for you guys. Again, it was a good game, though. And yeah, still the same results going on in the other games.
Yeah,
could be exciting.
Yeah, I think
I will have to shoot off soon because I might be doing a watch along for Solihull versus Bromley over on Twitch.
Nice.
No worries, mate. Enjoy it.
On Arsenal is Great channel. On the Arsenal is Great.
Is Bromley Solihull on BBC or ITV?
ITV.
And I'm guessing it's the is there another game later on, or is it just that one?
No, that's the latest one.
Well, yes. I hope you enjoy that one, Connor. But like I say, you can be proud of what Kettering did today. I think they've really taken the game to us and made it really, really difficult. I just want to thank you for jumping on the stream and having a chat with us and commentating and giving us the score updates as well.
I'll see you guys soon.
Lovely stuff, mate. Take care of yourself. Thank you.
Might pop in as many as I can. See you soon.
Yeah,
have a nice rest
more
of
than
your
welcome,
day.
mate.
Bye.
See you. But yeah, couple of last comments before I finish off. Round 3, first time in 4 years for Donny.
Nice.
Rach said, well, Daniel, enjoyable watch along. Thank you very much. First one that I've done, so it was a little bit new. Enjoy your brisket and rest of your Sunday. See you next Saturday. So we've got Fleetwood Wednesday, and then who have we got Saturday?
We have got Cheltenham on the 7th of December. Because my girlfriend was going to come to that one, but she's not now. So it's just either me on my own, or it'll be me with another creator, or potentially I might be searching for Haaland fans. I might try and get them to watch some lower league football.
Leonard, thanks Dan and Chal. Cheers to everyone. Very enjoyable watch along. It's been 3.5 hours, so thank you all for jumping in and watching and commenting, keeping the chat going. We made it hard work, didn't we? We've run out 2-1.
How you fought with me for nearly 4 hours is beyond me.
You've made it easy, Chal. It's been a bit easier than doing it on my own for sure. But no, points in that game, I thought it wasn't going to be our day. I thought it was just going to kind of peter out to a 1-0 defeat, and we'd be having a very different conversation now. I'm glad it stayed at 2-1 because it doesn't really paper over the cracks. I think we're still making it difficult in terms of goal scoring in front of goal. There was a chance where Hurst could have taken the shot on. So I think the FA Cup, you've got to take it with a pinch of salt. That was Kettering's FA Cup final. They'll put 100% into that. And I think it showed towards the end where they were just dead on the feet. So yeah, I think we've just got to go for it, haven't we? Hopefully get a really good tie in the third round. I'd like a big boy away from home. Like I say, I love Spurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, but we will see. So yeah, this is where I'm going to round it off. If you've enjoyed it, stick a massive thumbs up on it for us, please. Comments, get them in the section down below. Subscribe to both of us if you haven't already. And yeah, the next one that will be up is the Fleetwood preview. So look out for that one. So thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one.
Cheers. Thank you. Put the link in the description.